Hey, DOT community, this is Alon coming at you with an Alliance War Shattered Labyrinth for Lithotaur Friday night live stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, listening to Kobar, washing their hands. And this event has definitely a little bit more popular than normal. What I mean by that is, I have to say, it would be not in the most of the TARs leading up until now. We've had. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll take care of something real quick. Paying rent. All right, so back to what I was getting at. Most of the TAR events leading up until now have not been as popular because the TARs, being summoners, haven't been as good as some of the previous summoners for their specific elements, troop types. So, besides from Minotaur. So, looking at the leaderboard this time around, I have to say, I feel like it's a bit more of a popular TAR. If not just that, maybe the relics are what's got a lot of people excited. So, specifically, the Stone Skull. Stone Fist, but the Stone Skull, with that Omega Goliath damage, and the Goliath melee resist, and the Goliath void and lightning resist, seems to be pretty popular. A lot of people seem to want to grab that. So, it does seem to be driving the soul count up a little bit higher. So, besides from that, we also, of course, with Minotaur's 100% Titan, with the Titan and Troop Armor piercing first skill, it also makes the Goliaths a lot more formidable. So, than usual. So, a lot of other Goliath Titans previously have not had these types of skills. So, really trying to bring Goliaths back into the limelight. Let's look at it that way. What's up, Pisces, Churro, Chance, Extinction, RSJ, Feranic, Lex, Brady? I'm doing good. I'm currently have a hard time making myself. You're having a hard time making myself grind. Well, Pisces, typically when I'm grinding, I usually am watching something that I, of course, enjoy at the same time, so that I'm keeping myself semi-entertained as well as besides from grinding, or watching live streams, stuff that also interests me as well. That helps me get a bit more in the mood of playing Dawn of Titans, because I'll tell you, whenever anybody goes live, anybody else besides myself, obviously, when they go live, I'm way more inclined to play the game. Let's just say that. Stonefist is just a Mountain Fist ripoff, says Trent. Yeah, it seems to be that some of these new relics that we keep on seeing pop up, not usually the last relic, but some of the, like, if we get 2 new relics, one of them is kind of a repeat, similar type skills to something we've seen already. And then the last, of course, the second relic, there's always one right at the end that seems to be just too good to be true sometimes. So, people got relics from raid boss events, so soul count is a bit high. That's true as well, RSJ, good point as well. In the very beginning, everyone got a lot of people got the 4-star, 3-star, double 2-star, and the 1-star, as did we in NTG Dragons. One other quick thing to mention here in the very beginning of the stream, NTG was very happy to have 4 alliances all complete all 5 tiers of the most recent raid boss. That's NTG War, NTG Hammer, NTG Legends, and NTG Dragons. So, and not all 4 teams we're not full. Okay, so when this is to a lot of players that may be interested in the next raid boss when it comes around, and you might have been in an alliance that may not have been able to get past maybe tier 3 or tier 4, pending on how much activity you have in your alliance. So I know the next time around, the raid boss events will definitely be a lot more of a preparatory, make sure you're in a really, really good alliance situation, because I don't believe we'll have 4 alliances like that with a few. I know a few of them had 4 spots, 3 spots, open and available. You could have gotten all 5 if you were in one of our NTG family's alliances. So just putting that out there. Not saying that other teams weren't probably completely full either. So next time around for the raid boss, keep that in mind, that maybe you want to join another team. Doesn't mean you can't go back to the team you currently are on. Obviously, depending on the people that you play with and if they're going to hold it against you. But when it comes down to you being able to get good rewards and be prepared for maybe an upcoming event that you may be interested in, the raid boss event is going to be quite popular in the future. So, with 1.4 boost for Joldarg and Erdred, boy, I have Champ Yard Dog, and then I have I think a little bit of a newer Joldarg. I don't think it's the newest, but it's a little bit newer than the Champ version that I have from a long, long time ago. And it's only level 10. So my champ dog is like 24. So that's the one I'm throwing all my soul boosts on and rating super, super, super low lands. But when I'm not using any relic boosts, I'm using Eros, actually. I've been leveling him up. He's a lot of fun to play. I just don't... I want him to be 41. So I'm muddling through the 30s, trying to get him up to 41 so I can get the other set of summons. So, I don't mind the 1.2 boost with Eros. And, of course, we all know we all got those relics. Oh, yes, and DOT community, we're going to do some Altar Pulse tonight. Why, you may say? You have all these Titans, Zalon. No. It's not because of that whatsoever. It's because Rangers are the second hardest Titan to gather a decent amount of, class-wise, in the game. Because there's only one 1-star. And I forget how many 2-star Rangers we have, but there's not as many as the because Berserkers and Rangers are in this category where there just isn't a lot of low 1-star, 2-star food for them. Yeah, there's a few 3-stars and of course tons of 4-stars, but when you're trying to level up a brand new 4-star, you want to have as much food as possible. So in the case of Rangers, grabbing a couple extra, pre-leveled especially, is very helpful. Berserkers are number 1 priority, though. But when you got... Let's see, what do I have? I got 7 and 7, I think, right? Yeah. So when you got 7 and 7, I mean, I can probably cut loose maybe 2 or 3 of each, just for fun. Just to get some more Rangers. Maybe get a 4-star pre-leveled. Be nice. Well, and yeah, I actually haven't even collected my lands. So busy. But running around, grabbing a bike for Princess Z for Easter. Doing what I can. So let's see what we got. Hit the like button. What's up, Kimasabi? Thank you. You already have Lithotaur? Thank you. That's cool, Brady. You enjoying him? I have to wait for a few hours after the event started till I got an invite to Dragons because I couldn't hit much up in Legend League, so I had to drop, and because of the hassle I went through. Yeah. Just can't grind right now, he says. Alright, headphones on, so I'm off into the garden. Nice, Frantic. Machine range attacks killed the boss in 30 seconds. Yeah, Kimosabi. When you grind like that, it's more enjoyable because you can hit VP lands. There you go. Anybody? I have a Lithotaur. It's just dragging you down, Pisces. Kronos is coming again. New skills? Probably. Just get to 9k with Joldarg and fuse them. 7 and 7. 7 and 7's an old man's drink, isn't it, Churro? My brother likes 7 and 7s though too. I've had them before. What's up, Warhammer? Thank you for joining. I hope everyone knows Nazul's heirloom works for this event. There you go. Brady, I have Lithotaur on my test account, which of course I've had absolutely zero time to get on and check out. The only reason I know I have him on there is because Godan made a video. When Godan makes a video, that means he must be there. When I was checking the other day, he wasn't there yet, so might have popped in. Or I might have checked 2 days ago, but yeah. I'm just setting my lands for Pelong. Let's see how many runas I got. Runa. Which runa will I use? I do have the level 40 runa that I leveled up for the runa event. I kept her. I just have enough runas to cover all my lands. There will be a time, though, eventually, when if they don't expand the Titan Hall capacity, I'll have to get rid of my runas and just use crappy 4-star Titans as my defense. But until that day, the runa defense stays strong. And I know many, many of you on the live stream, whether you're in an NTG Alliance or not, have hit these runas. They're pretty beat up. They're pretty beat up. What's up, BMT? 7 and 7 is a girl's drink, says Kimosabi. Bruce, yo, how far are you going? I am going to go. I'm at 892, but I definitely need to put up like some, I don't know, like, should I get to, maybe I should be going to like 10k, 11k, 12 maybe, I don't know. Think about it. I mean, the Stone Skull's nice, but I just don't think I'm going to be having that much time to just straight out grind. So in that case, I do have a lot of portal stones though, so it's good for the team, good for the stream. Classic drink, says Churro. What's up, Tag Her? Living Up Erdred was a drag, but she's at 24 and got 3k out of free stuff. Thanks for that Nuzzle relic tip. I didn't know that. Yeah, Rob. You never know. What's up, Wrecking Nomad? 14k? Oh, you need the belt? Yeah, the Omega belt. I have one. I have a lot of Chronos stuff from multiple Chronos events. So I have all of his relics like 2-3 times over. But the Omega belt, I only have one of those. Jade statue I have plenty of. Stone Fist not interested in. See, that's the thing. If I'm already going to get a Lithotaur and being in top 50, which we'll be there. I know we're not there right now, but we'll be there. Hammer always comes through on a Saturday night or a Sunday. I'm not concerned. But with the Divine Gems, they're nice. But Lithotaur, Stone Fist, Jade statue. I mean, if anything, 14k would be nice, because then I'd also get a 4-star Titan in there too, just for food. But oh, and if anybody didn't see, Prometheo did come out with a brand new video about Lithotaur. Make sure you check Prometheo's video out. He might pop in later. He said he was going to see about popping in tonight. It is time for this, DOT community. Cheers. It is Friday night. Of course. What's up, Mert? Thank you for joining. You need all the relics anyway, Pisces? Oh, okay. Urkon's Warpaint. I think I got like 1 or 2 of those. At this point, look at it. Okay, here's a great point. Urkon's Warpaint used to be way down here at the end of the event. Okay? There's been events when that's what the case was. And look, here it is now sitting down at 8K. So 4-star relics do go from, 18, 20K down to 8K. It does happen. The sad life of a relic. Lithotaur has a glitch where he sounds like a human. Interesting. What's up, Soldier? What's up, D? Oh, look at that. D and Soldier. Maybe we'll get some people to join Discord for a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll see what happens. Anybody in the chat is more than welcome to join. What's up, Jamie? Kimosabi says, I'm going for 8K. I've been wanting that Urkon's War Paint for a long time. There you go, Kimosabi. You know you've seen it for way more souls. Look at 8K dangling it out there. Especially if you got the time to grind. Plus, a lot of people got a lot of extra portal stones. Four different games at once. I've been in such a bad mood that I've been doing so much. Oh. Is it because you're in a bad mood so you are playing 4 games? What's up, Tyler P? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Alright, so let's get some grind going. We talked over some stuff. Oh, and one last thing. So rank rewards. I was hoping, I talked about this a while ago, so if you watch the streams on a regular basis, when I thought they were going to have a collection available like right now for all the Tars, but apparently not. Didn't happen. But I still think there will be one. It's just the simple fact that maybe they're going to come out with that and a few other collections all at one time. So it may be still something we see here in the next week or so. Besides from that, though, the Labyrinth token does give you the ability, if you've never done this before, with a token, when they give them out, either in the milestone rewards or in the ranking rewards, this Labyrinth token, hit your divine gem, which is between your gold and the red gem at the top of your screen. You click your divine gem, takes you to the divine gem altars. You look at all the nice divine gem altars, which I'm still thinking about what I really want to do. I still think I want to grab one of those new gold relics just to say that I gave it a shot. And then after that, maybe I'll just be hitting 2Ks after that. We'll see what happens. Because I have 3,000 already. I could just continue the push to 7K and just try it. And then after that, we'll see. But this is where you'll find Magmatar and Stormtar. They're just chilling. I wish they gave you an option to get any one of them instead of just the 2. There's plenty of events that we've seen in the past where multiple Titans have been all available for the token, so it's not like they have to make us choose between 2. So it would have been nice to just choose between any of them. But it could also be because Magmatar and Stormtar haven't been around for a while. So it could be that as well. Alright. So you want to check out my Joldarg? He's super cool. This Joldarg is old school champ version. Titan resist against poison, Titan earth damage, Titan resist against physical, Titan earth damage, and Titan resist against fire. It's a champ Joldarg. I got him initially in the original champ Joldarg event when his skills were given, like when you attained him in the event, his skills were all champion version instead of a ranger version, which back then it actually made a difference. This is multiple years ago. Now, of course, Joldarg has all... he used to have all Goliath buffing skills in his... But his version that this was, when his event came out, was champion on accident. So he's like a fluke. But now it doesn't matter at all, because we want troop versions anyway. So, but he has a use right now. Now look, there's also something special about him. Has anyone noticed anything? What level is he? 24? How do I have 3 relic spots? DOT community. This is also an old part of the game as well that doesn't exist anymore. Another reason why I kept him. And that is, you had a random chance to open a relic spot up when you fuse the Titan, instead of, oh, you just unlock it after a certain level of level 30, and then you have 3 relic spots. So yes, it was a chance back in the day, just like a lot of other things in the game. When it came down to Titans leveling up skills, it was the same thing. It was a chance. So you could be a level, I don't know, like 25 and have 3 skills unlocked. It was insane. There's all sorts of craziness. As you can see, actually, I'm at level 6 in my second skill. I'm only level 24. That also doesn't match up. So that's just the way it was back in the day. Machine says, don't explain it. Well, some players are going to be like, what the heck's wrong with this Titan? You got to explain it. It's old school. So anyway. See, Rob says he wished they brought that back when it was just a random shot. You could actually have like 5 skills unlocked and like all 5 relic slots unlocked and only be like level 30. Insane. I am in Hammer, Brady. What's up, Jamie? I haven't played DOT in 4 months. How's the state of the game, particularly the war scene? Jamie? You'd have to see what other players in the chat have to say about that. Oh, see you later, Churro. Because, Jamie, I am not in a regular warring alliance. Wow, I'm in an event alliance right now, but not in a warring alliance, so you'd have to see. But I do have to say, just from a standpoint of how many good, you want to like, take the air quotes, good Titans to use for attack, and more than just one Titan is used on defense. So I'd say that there's a bit more options on both fronts. So in that sense, Jamie, yes, there's probably a bit more of a war scene than when you did leave the game 4 months ago. That's just an opinion from an outside observer. 5-star relics into different tiers? Yes, Jamie. Yes. Well, there's a 3rd set that was added, so yes. What's up, Sethamapod? Tell them to go and watch your previous videos. Machine. People don't always go back or even know what videos to even watch. But yes. It was a lesson in time. And if anybody would just join Machine, maybe if you would join me on Discord, you could talk about other things, and I wouldn't have to explain stuff like that. But nobody's going to join me on Discord. I'm just going to talk about whatever the heck I want. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I should find some super low lands for Jaldard real quick. Because then I'll go to Eros after I'm out of relics. This is a smaller server. So it's there's only a few alliances that have super smalls. We'll just try to sneak in here real quick. I had to change his troops out. I had all archers for arrows. Oh, and look. Horde's going to be done in 6 hours. Maybe in a little bit we'll just gem it. We'll see. We'll pull a gem. And we're just going to go in as fast as we can. Nope. What's up, Chance?
Can you hear me, you big baby?
Big baby, I can hear you.
Nobody wants to talk to me.
Yeah. Well, it's when other people are going to, if you're going to complain about what I'm talking about, well then do something about it, is what I'm trying to say.
Hey, was it just me, or the 300 divine gems at the end, did that get bumped to 550, or was that always 550?
I noticed that as well. I think not just not this event, but a previous event actually. Last weekend, I swear it seemed like we were getting more DGs in the milestones, and I was like, I saw a 550. I think last event. Anybody else can back me up on that in the chat, but I think so. I think the DGs have gone up a little bit since the divine gem altars have been changed.
Okay.
That's a good observation too, because I don't think a lot of other people might have noticed. Because then again, it's not always something that everybody calculates everything, in the straight up, milestones.
Jeez, quit whining, Zalon.
Oh, jeez. now Jim comes on. Jim's like, oh, man, Chance beat me to it. I wanted to rip on Zalon. Oh, man.
And by the way, hello, D, since you ignored me again for the second time.
Oh, what? D ignored you? Oh, Val's here. What's up, Val?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Val's here. What's up, Val?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said hi to Tyler, but she didn't say hi to me. That's the second time she's ignored me.
Yeah.
She's moving lower and lower on my list, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah? What's up, Polo?
You guys, I bumped into D in Legends, and because one of NTG Legends guys got me. And I don't really look at the names usually of the league that the alliance they're in. I'm like, oh, NTG Legends, that's okay. So I went back, and I'm looking around for names I recognize, and I see D. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm checking her stuff out, and then I'm scoping around for other people I know. And I see Little D. And Little D is a level 23 castle. So, of course, I have to take in, like, some 51 level weak Titan just to mess with her and raid it. Or to, take her, to bubble up her garrison. And then I go back to Big D, and I capped one of her ping pong lands.
Did you get a nasty message?
Like 30 minutes later, she just goes, LMAO, you're ridiculous.
Yeah. That's what happens. She doesn't like it. I don't like it when people take my BPPP.
I was gonna ask if you tapped her castle just to say hi and give her a little love tap.
Mm-hmm.
I did, and she goes, why are you wasting your portal stones on this? I'm like, because it's funny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's up, Prometheo?
There
How
he
you
is.
doing?
I already plugged your video, Prometheo. I already did.
Hey, thanks, Alon. That's great.
Yes, it was good. I only got to halfway through, and then I was like, I gotta start streaming. I can't wait, because you posted like right when I was just trying to get everything together, and I was like,
That's nice. So I actually delayed the stream. Okay.
a little bit, but I was just like, I'm gonna watch this while I set up, and I was like, all right, I can't. I was like 9 minutes. I'm like, Prometheo, I'm only halfway through, but we'll talk about it on the stream. I knew you'd be here.
That's it. There you go.
But
I actually got distracted from joining your stream because I was just, you post something and you just go over and over it again. Analyze it to death.
Yes, the overanalyzation. Yes, I know it all too well. Crap, it's this one. Brady, yes, you can message DNTG in game. She will hook you up with a alliance that will be fine for your castle level. We have multiple NTG alliances that allow you to level up with people that are like-minded and also maybe around your same castle level as well. Yeah, Extinction's saying D didn't say hi to him either, so I don't know.
But I'm special.
No.
Apparently not special enough, though.
Mm.
So how far are you guys going in this event?
Well, I'm going to see how far the free stuff gets me. I think that's what everybody said. They're like, well, we're going to use the free stuff. and then see what happens.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
How did the last event go? How did the 2 day? Did everybody get completed?
We had 4 teams that completed it. So
very nice.
So 100. Now each one was. I was mentioning this earlier as well. We had less than 50 in each one, so it was probably about 180 players, 185 players, somewhere in that range, that all got the rewards. So they were all prepared.
Yeah, I think we had 41 players. We completed it too. I think we have 41 players in ours, or 43.
Well, you did have. She's here in the stream right now. You did have one player that counts as like, I don't know, 8 players maybe. So that's helpful too.
And actually, the funny part is, there's Ice. Speaking of Ice, you need to answer a Discord message once in a while. It'd be good.
What up, team?
What up, team?
I said ice progress on when we was getting close to the end.
Jim, my bad. I almost blocked you because of the pornography you kept sending me. But, I do check it now. It's true though. This guy, when he message bombs, that's one thing for sure. That being said, okay, I see the progress charts. I love it. Well done.
Did you see how I sent you the 2, 3, and 4? But I didn't send you who number 1 was.
You're teasing me, bro. You're teasing me. Holy cow, you guys crushed it. Are you gonna reveal these to the rest of the stream here, Mr. Jim?
Oh you can. Yeah, that's fun. You can reveal those.
All right, Zalan, how many points did you get in the raid boss event?
Myself? That's a great question. I don't know if I finished in the 280 or 300. I don't know, somewhere in that range.
Anybody else want to share a chance? Do you know what you got in the end?
I feel like I was the same. Yeah, I didn't buy anything, so I think if you didn't, you were just shy of 300.
Okay. Prometheo?
Yeah, about the same here. I got a little busy, and so I refreshed once or twice off gems, but then at the end of the event, I fell asleep early, so I lost a fight or two.
So I want to shout out Michael Marlowe for finishing number 1 in Hammer. He finished 10K above me last minute. So I think I got 380 in the end. But our good friend Jim sent us the top 5 reveal of Raiders. Number 5 came in at 418. BMT with 468. Is it Halcyon?
Hallison.
Okay, 527. Number 2.
It's Halcyon.
Got 653. And Senorita Val, you want to give your reveal?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Oh my god!
Oh, come on, Val.
Crazy. He's like, dude, you're a little too crazy.
Jim, give it to us, man. Give it to us.
You know me. I really can't reveal it if Val's not going to reveal it.
Yeah, Jim's walking that tight line right there.
Sent it to him. I can't believe you did that.
I left yours off.
He left yours off. It's like a slow reveal. He's teasing all of us.
I said him 2 through whatever 6. I wasn't going to reveal what yours was.
You can reveal mine. It's fine. I've already been called crazy, so.
No, we've never used
Okay,
those.
so what was number 2 on our team there?
Like 658.
Number 1 with Val, she had over 1 million.
Wow. Nice.
Bravo, Val. Bravo.
Were you just doing those fights so fast you just lost track of it or something?
No, I was helping with math homework, and I was getting so frustrated because it's frustrating. Like, I'm home. Like, my kids.
Val, if you could hear her, she just cut completely out.
Yeah.
She got so mad, she just kept tapping it.
Yes, I got it was like my math frustration. I haven't done math since high school.
Wait a minute, what do you mean you haven't done that? You don't add things or subtract things daily?
Yes, I'm talking about like math homework, right?
No math, Jim. No math.
Trigonometry.
Not happening.
Are we talking high school math here?
High school math. It's algebra, but the way I learned is, all math is like, the way they teach is so different.
You was one of those pre-algebra kids, wasn't you?
No, I'm gonna vouch for Val because I think I'm one of the other ones with older kids. Yeah, they've changed the way they learn math. You can't teach your kids the same way you learned because otherwise they won't learn the new system that their school's teaching them. It makes you feel dumb, right, Val?
It does.
Well, it does. And I was like, my 11-year-old, she was 11 at the time, she was doing like, I don't even know what she was doing, but I showed her like a way to get it done 2 steps less than what they were teaching. So she did it that way and she learned it. She picked it up. She was excited. She got a 0 because she didn't do it the way the teacher wanted her to do it.
Are you talking about like the core math way to go?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's
Hey, D.
You know.
Nope.
Oh, she just dropped out.
Yeah.
Come on, D, hop back in.
Yeah.
There you are, D.
Oh, real quick, Prometheo, I want to shout out to
Now you cut out, Ice. What's up? Uh-oh. Hold on.
I have no idea who that is. Is that a person that screams?
Go away, I
Wow.
here.
See, my Discord cut off there, and then there was some good jabs right there, and I just caught on the tail end of it. So
Dee's the most important streamer because she's the one who runs the alliance. It doesn't matter if she streams or not.
Okay.
yes,
Okay. I thought it said YouTube, but I must be mistaken. I must be mistaken. Yeah.
She'll come back.
she'll come back. She'll come
I
back.
actually wanted to stream today, but I was in bed till 3 o'clock.
You've been in bed since 3 o'clock.
Fighting coronavirus.
So I wasn't actually sleeping. I was just in bed.
Tell me you were hard grinding.
Wow. Prometheo. This is an MTG stream, bro.
And Jim didn't even get to say it.
Yeah.
No, I was just trying to be quiet because Drum came home from work and he was sleeping. And he always says that me and his sister talk a lot and we don't let him nap.
Oh my gosh, so you talk a lot? Oh my gosh, what else are you supposed to do? What else are you supposed to do?
The walls are thin, so
Oh
I
gosh.
guess if I went out there, we would have started speaking. And I was like, you know what? It's my day
Speaking?
off. I didn't have work today. So I just stayed in bed. I read a book. It was really nice.
Wow, I feel like it's like detention at your house. Like, you guys
Hi,
have.
Dee, how are you?
Hi, Jim. I actually said hi, hey, EFT, and then I don't know where it went.
Blah, blah, blah. That's just all mouth candy.
No.
Zalon, I think we've all been stuck in detention for about 3 weeks now.
Oh, see, I'm going out every day, like everything's
I'm going
normal.
on week 5.
5. Oof.
Yeah, I've had 4 weeks of working from home, basically mandated, by the city and the building.
And they're checking on you all the time, right, Dee? They're checking on you.
So 2 people in my building have corona. I'm not there, but and now 2 people in Drum's building have corona, and one of them is on the preload, which are the people that unload the boxes from the tractor trailers, and he handles the belts, which is where the boxes go before they go on the trucks. So I know we're gonna get it. I just
Wait a minute, they call the people that unload the boxes from the tractor trailer preload?
That's what they call. I don't know which one is which, but one of them is preload.
I'm just saying, that doesn't even sound right. You unload a box from the trailer and you're called preloading?
Well, it's all the preload. They unload and they load onto the trucks. So his department is he does preload. That's what Drum does. He supervises the preload. That's a portion. That's a part of the preload. He's sleeping right now. I can't even ask him.
Yeah, no, don't wake him up.
UPS and FedEx
Don't
have
wake
so
him
many
up.
Problems.
Please don't wake him up.
I made him an amazing dinner tonight. He had
Good.
seconds and licked his plate, and then he yelled at me. He's like, "Come watch TV with me." He turns the TV on for 5 minutes and he's out.
Oh.
And then there's Dee trying to carry his giant human body with her small frame up
Yeah.
the stairs,
Right?
I gave
tucking
up.
him in.
He's like Lithotaur, and Dee's like,
Lithotaur
yeah, and you got Lithotaur or Lithodrum
and Jinsu.
and
trying
Jinshu,
to
yeah,
carry
and
him with
and
her.
Jinshu D is trying to take him up the stairs. It's ridiculous.
One time I put a pillow under his head and I grabbed his legs and I dragged him to this, from the couch to the step.
Oh Jesus!
Now, how do I get in so much shit for calling Val a Noobaloompa, and no one even says anything about Zalon calling Dee a rat?
Oh, we can call him Jinshu. This is all just DOT terminology. And Prometheo, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, Prometheo.
Prometheo got tapped on the hand right there.
Yeah.
I don't know this Oompa Loompa story.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's becoming down to deer.
What's up, Chris?
We're not going there.
Brady.
Oh, man.
Brady
That
says,
was
"Can you
not-
tell
it
D
was
to
just a
message me
joke."
back on band, please?" There you go. Brady is looking for you to message
Brady's chasing you down, D.
him back. D, I've sent you so
I heard,
many new players recently. D's like, "Oh, they're all teeny castles. Oh, how cute."
What's his name? In that?
I don't know. I don't know. What's up, Byron?
Load management.
Ooh, Polo, you dislocated your shoulder this morning? Oh, wow. That's no fun.
That's some aggressive grinding.
Yeah. If you were grinding the game and you got a dislocated shoulder, I think that might be even more hardcore. That's more hardcore than Val heavy tapping the screen, frustrated for math homework. So,
Zalon, I have a very important question for you. Are you going to get Necrosa on your test account?
Oh, I get. Well, now that I have all the 5 stars, maxed versions of the new 5 stars on my test account, I'm going to say most likely I will be getting Necrosa and the Life Spark on my test account.
Tease us, Prometheo. How crazy are your stats right now for this new type?
I mean, Necrosa is ridiculous. I mean, you can easily get her armor over 450 for Horde. Horde. Here's the Horde stats I have on the build with the 5-star Sphered. So you've got 90%.
She's a Guardian.
Yeah, she's a Guardian.
Oh, wow.
That's my guess. I mean, she has a shield in the picture.
Okay.
So, 90% void resistance, 80% melee resistance, 90% range resistance, 428 armor, 427,000 health per horde, 53k damage, giving effect to crit. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous. That and then
are there Omega horde summons as well?
Oh yeah, she drops Omegas like on a timer.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
based
so
on
you're not going to be able to finish that.
Like based on a percentage, like Totec.
No. It's every 30 seconds you're dropping either an Omega Goliath or Omega Panther or Omega Horde randomly.
Oh gosh, that's gonna be so beastly. Now, Prometheo, did you look at Life Spark stats? Did you see that last stat says 150% troop damage?
Yeah, that's insane. That is just
like that's got to be a nuclear bomb, right?
Yeah,
I have to run some.
I wonder if it's like a.
They'd have to change that, to be honest with you. That's.
Well, you realize it's super OP, and it's going to be in the Divine Altar, and nobody's going to be getting them for a long time, and very rare will you ever see one. So it's going to be one of those cases. Just keep that in mind. Just like,
but it's like X damage, X crit, X AP, and then 150% troop damage before relics. Just crazy.
Look, it's 600% Panther damage and 300% Panther armor piercing just off of 2 skills. And then you have extra Panther armor piercing from the Invoke. And then Panthers obviously get a lot of armor piercing off of, their base plus relics. So, I mean, you're talking about Panthers getting, well over 400% armor piercing. And you've got 150% troop damage. You can easily get max crit on Panthers. And you've already got 40% melee resistance. There's other melee resistance relics that you can use with Panthers. So, I mean, you're talking max melee resistance Panthers with a huge amount of damage and piercing. And, if you just stack whatever resistance you need, then I think you're probably going to crush anything.
Which in some ways, even though these stats are absurd, I kind of like that they made these OP Titans in the Divine Altar finally. I mean, these are the offensive one that can beat the defensive one. That's a pretty even match is what it sounds like, right, Prometheo?
I mean, if someone's going to spend thousands of dollars to get every Divine Gem they can in the whole game, then I guess having them get some ridiculous broken Titan that can either stop everyone or crush everything.
Well, what has Extinction got to do in the game right now? Extinction needs something to do, right?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
There's only really so much money you can spend in this game before it comes down to, just racing other players for completing an event and getting number 1 globally, which, if that's your bag, then by all means have fun.
And there is those players. We know who you are. You're on that top 50 list during solo events. We know who you are.
We're watching you.
That's right. They are unicorns. That's the thing. 1 in 1,000 will get one. That's right. Except for, maybe a few players that might have a ridiculous amount of DG saved up. But at this point, I feel like a lot of those players pulled a golden relic recently within the last month because, the DG altars changed. They had an option. They pulled it because there was a lot of people saving up there for a while, and there were players that did get the golden relics because they did actually have over 7,000. So
yeah, I think the golden relics are pretty attainable. If you save up for a few months, you can get those. I would just share an anecdote. A developer, to be unnamed, game unnamed, but I talked to someone in the gaming industry who said they had a whale on a mobile game who was spending $100,000 a month. And
Oh my goodness!
yeah, no. So if a developer needs to throw things in a game just so that players like that can have a reason to spend, then you know what? That's probably more than one NTG Alliance spends an entire year. So I'm certain it is, because we're not all spending
no,
2,000 in any NTG.
Wow.
yeah, well, excluding certain events, and I only say that because there are events occasionally that aren't super popular, and you're going to see some NTG teams get up there pretty. Well, I should say up pretty low in the maybe a top 10 finish for either Hammer or War occasionally, but it's only because it's not extremely popular. But in the cases of events where we do have a lot of people going for it, a lot of times you'll see NTG teams in the 30s and the 40s, and that's fine. It's not like there's a huge difference between a level 1, a level 5, a level 10, of the new Titans. So, in all honesty, getting on an event team.
Yeah, I've never understood the appeal to be in the top 3 for the Titan. It didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Oh my gosh, that's
so
because
much
you guys
cheaper.
are grinders. Stop it.
Oh my gosh, there's Chance.
Yeah, but see, that's why
chiming in.
Chance is here, because we have someone else's opinion. We have someone else's opinion that definitely goes about things differently and not everybody plays the game differently, and a lot of people
Enlighten
will
us,
say
Chance. Share with us about your extra gem splurging.
that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, so a lot of the YouTubers are like, oh yeah, how many starter packs did it take? Or alliances are talking about, how many starter packs did it take? Why are you buying starter packs? Unless you're a grinder, what are you doing? Like, buy $100 worth of gems and it lasts you for like 4 tournaments. Because I'll get a 4, 3, 2, 1 star, a 3, a 4, a 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, way more, and I didn't have to use the gems to complete a tournament. Like, I'm patient enough to wait till my 30 gems come back to go back into it. So, yeah, like, not that expensive, first of all. And second of all, it's super quick. Now, what's the downside? Downside is my relics, like my toe tech right now. Like, I'm sure anybody who did the last event who had a toe tech when he came around has maxed out relics by now. However, I'm sitting with like an 8, an 8, a 4, a 3, and a 1. I'm not a level 60. So I understand the appeal to grinding, but I'd rather just get it done and be over with. Now, and part of the intimidation with beta is the first day minimums are extremely high. They want to be out in the lead and see what it's going to take for the chaser to catch up. And that's how they incentivize pushing. So like when you guys are talking about the, what was that last one where there was like 5 plinths?
Oh, the boss raid.
Yeah, so the boss raid, they freaked out because, I mean, it was like there was only 36 people doing it. There's such an in and out. People pop in and out so much, and, for something like that, it's like, oh, they're all high level, so we can get it done in any alliance. So that those 36 people have to push more. But when it comes to, time for a Lithotaur, everybody's like, okay. Like, they were so mad at me because, like, today, until 4 o'clock, I hadn't even completed the tournament. Sorry, it took me 2 days. I was busy. You know what I mean?
Of course. Well, we appreciate that perspective, because when you are a player, because Godan is also a player such as yourself that plays in those top, like a top 5 team or a top 3 team. So when you get a little bit of a insight from players that enjoy that aspect, which is different than maybe a bit more of a grinding aspect. So, like, again, people were saying this to somebody else just in NTG Dragons, or maybe it was Hammer Chat. People asking about certain ways to level up certain Titans, and one of the main responses was people are going to people play the game every way. There is no exact right way to play the game.
Yeah, and like for me, like I mean, I get it, man. Like I it's cool to like grind and watch TV in the background, but I'm really going to appreciate waking up on Monday to a 50 who I can get to 51 immediately.
Oh yeah.
And slap a bunch of relics on and go to
Although
town,
you never know, Chance. There are the few times where they drop like level 30 for first place, and you're like, and you said this. You said this before. You said this before. You're like, man, that sucks. So.
They freak out. They're like, we're gonna boycott if they keep doing this, and then like they come back with a 50, and everybody settles down.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'll chime in there and I'll say that the developers of this game are really stingy with Titan XP, and they really should. I mean, why even just make it a 50? Why not have the number one alliance get a 60? Just go ahead, go there. Because they would chase for that, and if it increases the spend on the game at all, then just do it. I think that players should not get into the race for number one in any event unless they're prepared to just spend and enjoy spending. And mobile games generally are designed to facilitate spending. And, there are people out there who they are perfectly comfortable with the idea that whenever they're engaging in entertainment, they're spending $100 an hour. Anytime, any place, they're spending $100, any hour that they're playing anything, or, going to a movie or eating dinner. And so playing a mobile game and spending $100 for, the whole shebang in an event is nothing to them.
Well, yes, and like you think about like, what if? Okay, so nice place, nice restaurant, $80. We're both drinking, 120 tip. Now it's 140. That was one date. Okay, so I spent $100 over the course of 3, maybe 4 tournaments. Like, okay, I don't feel like I'm doing a bad thing.
Also, right now, just the current situation with COVID-19, with entertainment at a major low when it comes down to being able to go anywhere and do anything. I feel like budgets pending on their work situation, but budgets may allow for you to be able to spend a little bit more in the mobile game area. So
yeah.
That's not to say that people should spend more. I think it's a cautionary note that there are people who are spending more, and if you're chasing, then you should recognize the deep pockets that you're going up against.
To Prometheus' point about giving out more XP, I totally agree. The problem is this game is developed by the British, and they don't want to be overindulgent, if you know their culture. So, of course, it's going to be just enough, never too much.
Mm-hmm.
Way too American, Prometheus. Way too American.
Well, to play devil's advocate on their side of the fence, they view Titan XP and Relic XP as the reward for playing the game. You have to play it a lot to get a lot of it, and it levels the playing field so that people who aren't spending money and who are investing a lot of time playing the game can get an edge. And there's a big reward to just using your red gems only to buy portal stones, or not even that, just stretching out and using portal stones as efficiently as you can, but doing a lot of fights.
Okay, but if I can stand up against the gang, what the good point that you guys get, the advantageous side that you're enjoying, is fully max relics. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Look, I think that there should be, just like the fact that Titans come into the game already leveled, I think there should be more opportunities to get leveled relics.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I would agree.
Ooh, I like that. How about, actually, it would be nice if they did an event where, for instance, they decided for rank rewards, they gave out leveled, like a maxed leveled, especially for maybe first, second, and third, of the whatever the relic at the very end of that actual event actually is.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Love that.
Or just have a have a package that you can get that includes a number of the 4-star relic shards that are designed to let you immediately pop the stretch relic in the relic event to the max level.
That's not bad.
Well said. I gotta say, Prometheus, you were right about that relic shard. I got all excited Wednesday morning, opened it up, put it in my 5-star. It was a drop of the bucket. It wasn't much at all.
Yeah. No, I mean it's maybe 100 fights worth of relic drops. So it most of the 4-star things you see in the games, the 4-star XP potion, the 4-star relic shards. What that's basically doing is accelerating your account by 1 game day of play. If you're doing 700 fights in a week, then the 4-star 4-star XP potion is basically the amount of XP you're going to get in 1 day.
So Shai says, I have to say, other people's wives would not be their wife anymore if they heard they spend 100 on a mobile game. So, shh.
True.
I'm single, so.
Okay. That needs to be factored in, Chance. That's a factor. It's a factor.
Yeah, well, a lot of wives should think about the fact that spending $100 for entertainment can be a lot cheaper than lawyers and counseling.
Oh, that's true as well.
Mic drop number 2 by Prometheus.
Ooh, see, Corey says we have Titan XP potions that drop in battles. Why not add relic shards as battle drops too? Anyone else agree? Interesting. I like that. I like that too.
Love it. Way too generous, though.
Yeah,
I'm with
you. You're way too generous. Is
way
correct.
Too optimistic.
And Daniel Son, I see you in the chat. Daniel Son.
I think it's totally realistic for us to, point out these things that they can do to be more generous, because, developers, if you're listening, eventually the activity level in this game is going to decline, and there's no reason to start being to continue being stingy and not just start throwing more stuff out there so that the people who are still in the game can get their accounts leveled and enjoy playing at the highest level.
Exactly.
True. Anybody else out there with me where you're a little underwhelmed by Baba Yaga?
Yeah, like you try to find uses for him, and if his relics are fully maxed, it does take you a second to get through them, but yeah.
Her.
D, thank you.
Chance is Baba Yaga's gender fluid, actually. So you got to give him a little bit of grace.
Her. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, D.
So, D, what's your take on this present event? We haven't got to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. Especially with the little bit of the higher soul count for Friday right now that we're seeing.
She doesn't have any thoughts because Drum hasn't given her the thoughts on these.
Oh my!
Ooh.
Man, take it back.
Ice, dagger, ice.
Ooh.
Like it.
Cold as ice.
Because Drum hasn't played in a very long time, and he gets information from me.
Or you mean when he goes into his own chats and finds out?
Occasionally he logs in and people think he's me and he talks to people in game.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah, it is awesome.
But no one knows.
Yeah.
But I've been really busy, but the reason that the soul count is high, and I'm sure you guys all know, is because of the event relics that we got. So everyone that finished the 5 plinths, right, got 5 relics, which adds up to about 5K. So we estimated this event was going to be, I don't know, I think like 6 or 7K-ish per person, but you have to add those 5 on to it.
Yep.
Right? So everything is increased because everyone that finished that event used those relics and went up to 5K. I think. I don't know.
I do got to give a little kiss up to D. Shout out. Well done for all 4 top tier NTG alliances finishing the raid boss event.
Yeah, that wasn't really me. It comes down to the crowns, right? And all the
wow, look at that humble leader.
Yes, that humble. That D's like, oh yes, but no, I want to thank all the crowns.
All my crowns. I can't take credit for what other people did to their teams and for the players, right? Like we would never be where we were if the players weren't loyal and played with us and enjoyed being there. So yeah, but that was pretty awesome, right? We hadn't even intended on all 4 of them getting it, but they did.
Right.
I left Legends because I thought they wouldn't finish, but they did. And well done, Dragons.
Why did we finish?
Last couple events, Legends has been slacking a little bit, so I bounced over to Hammer because I didn't want my boss raids to go to waste.
Yeah, I came over to Hammer for the Lithotaur event because I saw that the skills aren't fixed, and so I'm hoping to get 2 of them and maybe get different setups on it too.
Oh, interesting. Wait, which skills aren't fixed? Just the Titan attack skills, right?
The Titan skills. I would really like to get crit and armor piercing so I can use that with my Trickster's blades.
Oh, very cool.
I'm gonna have to bounce, but it was good chatting with you all.
All right, thanks, Mauricio.
Have a good one.
Contributions, buddy.
Yeah, check out Mauricio's video, everybody.
Buddy.
All right,
Thank you.
no problem.
What
This
is?
whole power grid was incredible. That litho video. My goodness.
Yes.
Dee, I thought of you the other day there, girl.
Oh, why? Do I want to know?
Shut up. So, I was driving home the other day, one day last week, and they have a new DQ Blizzard. It's called Tiramisu.
Oh,
So I had to stop in and get one.
was it good?
I mean, it was good for. I mean, come on, it's ice cream. Come on now.
Yeah, right.
Ice cream can't be bad.
I got a bad ice cream pint the other day. We
What?
went over at Whole Foods, shopping the sales. There was this burnt caramel ice cream. Super fancy. Sounded awesome. Probably the worst pint of ice cream we've ever had. Didn't even get more than a scoop. Awful. Awful. It's a
God.
rare occasion. Too fancy for us.
It got no 0 or -1 out of 5.
Out of the drum scale. The drum scale was a minus.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Shai says, I like Baba Yaga, but once Tota came out, I forgot all about her. And Polo says,
All right, I'm going to have to bounce off of here. I just
Oh.
want to stop in to say hi.
thanks, Jim. I appreciate it.
Jim, I will not ignore you. I will not ignore you, Jim.
It's all good. Dee, have a good one. Chance, have a good one also.
Good night, Jim.
Later, man.
So Polo says, D, when you're telling me off, it's actually Drum telling me off?
No, Polo is in Legends, so just to be clear, the account that I share with him is my war account
Okay.
because it used to be his account. So we both have access to it on our phones, and occasionally he'll log in like before I wake up or something and start and just look around, check things out. He might talk to people on there, but
And be like, what's up,
Polo is
Extinction? It's me, D.
So,
I
D,
wonder
I hate to say this, God forbid, but if you and Drum split, who would get which accounts?
Oh, wow.
We're not going to split. We've been together 10 years.
But if it did happen, what would happen with your accounts,
Who,
D?
in the settlement, who gets which accounts?
He would probably take his back.
He would take his back. Oh, man.
We got into a fight about this recently because he was saying something about some old log players were like forming a team or something, and I honestly don't know if it was true or not. But he was like, I want one of the accounts. Which one will you give me? And I just looked at him like, what? You told me to stop doing events on both accounts because you were never going to take your account back. And he was like, well, I'm not taking my account back. I'm letting you decide which one you want to give me.
Wait, was it because of the
And
boss raid?
No, it was before the boss raid.
Oh,
It
okay.
was, yeah.
Oh, I thought
It was, like,
maybe
last
I
Saturday.
thought maybe the boss raid might entice Drum to come back just to play around. So.
No, he wasn't interested in it at all.
We've truly lost Drum.
We'll see.
He's gone.
Well,
Time
no,
will
he said
tell.
he wanted an account back. And which one are you
Time
going to
will
give me?
tell.
And I was like, you could have the mini.
All right, my friends, it's dinner time. If you're still on, I might join you later.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I'm going to be on for a little while.
Chance, D, whoever else is left, later, Zlon.
All
See you
right.
guys.
See
Hey,
ya.
buddy.
Yeah, right, Eric? Yeah, it said burnt in the name. He should have known better.
Was Val here? I thought Val was.
Yo, Val was here, but then she left. She got a call. Chance, you okay?
Yeah, just coughing a little bit.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, see? D's like 6 feet, Chance. 6 feet.
10 feet.
Corona.
10 feet.
Where? Cover your mouth.
So wait, D, did you make a fancy mask for you and Drum?
So I actually, yes.
See, I knew it. I just knew you would. I don't know. Out of nowhere, DOT could be.
He won't wear his, but
Why? Did you put something girly on his?
no. I basically used we had these hiking hood things that are like sleeves, kind of, and we were just using those. And he I don't know. He just doesn't. He thinks it's silly, but he's probably going to get COVID and give it to me. So
You're gotta watch it.
I didn't put anything silly on his.
Well, I've seen. Well, see, it's funny because I talked to my parents this last weekend, and they're like, "Yeah, so we went to the grocery store. We had our masks on. We had our gloves on." I'm picturing my parents old. My parents are old and goofy, and it's so funny. And most people, when they see them, they're like, "Oh, they're so cute," because they're just these teensy old people. But anyway. And when they said that, I was like, oh man, I wonder if my parents were just, they're like, oh no, there was plenty of other people there, with gloves on and with masks on, and definitely true. There's a lot of people here in PA with masks on, even driving, you see people, plenty.
Yeah, in New York, you don't see anyone without a mask.
Really?
Everywhere we go. Yeah, everyone has masks on in the grocery store, in the liquor store, at the gas station. It's kind of crazy, actually. It's really weird.
If you see somebody without a mask, do you point at them? Do you point at the people without masks?
Stay away from them. We were in the liquor store, his sister and I, and she didn't realize that there was tape on the floor so that everyone stays 6 feet away from each other, and she crossed the line, and the woman in front of her, sticks her hand out, stop! And she was really upset.
Wow.
She was really upset. And then later the sister joked, she's like, oh, I should have gave her a high five.
Yeah, right? And then she would have screamed.
Oh, God. I was like, we would have gotten beaten up at the liquor store. Or at least attempted.
Oh, Shy says Drum gets every other weekend and has to pay DOT account support. Shy. That's a good one. I like it. Cavs fan. Let's see Browns fan. What's going on? Thank you for joining. Great to see you. You're putting Domu teeth on my mask? Nice. Oh, Shy. Has Drum farted in your mask yet?
Oh,
Gross. Yo, Corey says I'm using a hockey mask like Jason from Friday the 13th. Everyone runs from me. It's great. Very nice, Corey. I wouldn't doubt it. Extinction says you don't wear a mask. I don't wear a mask either when I'm out working and stuff like that. But then again, I don't see anybody ever. So.
Well, New York has the most cases in all of the United States.
No, we know.
Where are you at right now? What's the count?
I could look it up for you, but I thought it was over. I don't know. I'm going to just make it up.
Well, I mean, yeah. When I talked to my friend from New York the other day, and he's like, oh, I don't even know. I'm like, come on. You have to have watched the news.
Where in New York is he? Because most of them are in
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Oh, we're killing it. 4,500 souls. 63rd place still, though. Not bad.
No, I have to check it out. I have this website that I go to.
Mm-hmm. Dee's go-to. It's already in her favorites.
Yeah, it's World-O-Meter.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And it gives you a lot.
It gives you what? Live numbers?
It's per country, and then if you want to pick your country and then go by state, it shows you by state who has the most cases, number of deaths, number of new cases, and then you can compare yesterday with today.
Benjamin, legit question here. What's the most valuable thing you can spend red diamonds on as a free-to-play player? That would be portal stones, which are the purple gems that you use to battle with. If you're playing free-to-play, if you're not trying to spend any money in the game whatsoever, using your red gems for portal stones to be able to continue battling and grinding out events and getting as far as you can in the milestones will allow you to get a decent amount of rewards. I'm not going to say you're going to be able to go all the way to the end unless you have a lot of time. So as a grinder, you have to put a lot of time in to get to the end, but you can do so by saving up a lot of your red gems from your doing your dailies and also from actual events themselves and milestones, and in rank rewards you'll get red gems as well. So, and from the monthly calendar too. So all your savings of red gems from all the different places that you get them in the game, using them for your portal stone refreshes is most effective.
All right, you ready for the stats?
I'm ready for the stats.
So you got 502,000 in the United States. 172,000 of those are in New York, and we have the highest. And then the number 2 is Jersey, and that's at 55.
And is that probably northern Jersey? I feel like it is.
Wouldn't you think it's like Hoboken, like where the Jersey that like?
I feel like it's all northern Jersey because it's all right below New York City. That's why. I mean, the highest concentration in New Jersey is there just because of that. Because the only reason even the president 2 weeks ago was even talking about Connecticut and New Jersey was because of the numbers of people affected right on the borders of New York City. It wasn't because, Atlantic City in New Jersey was like the hot spot. No.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? It was because of it's because of it. What is the word I'm looking for? Right next to whatever the fancy word is.
Neighboring.
Neighboring or adjacent to
adjacent,
that. Yeah, adjacent was the word I was looking for. Adjacent to the state.
I don't know. But Sethamapod asked when I was streaming, and I told him he should co-host, and he didn't really answer.
Aw, Sethamapod. Hook D up. Hook her up. Because D needs a good co-host, and she's trying to make sure that she does have a co-host beforehand, because that's the thing. She's super nervous to just go on by herself. She doesn't think that for some reason, just like myself, before I streamed today, D, I was like, oh no one will join me on Discord. No, I wasn't thinking like that at all. I was thinking I'm going to live stream, and whoever joins me on Discord joins me. If I'm here by myself the whole time, it's okay. If you can go into the stream with that attitude, D, guess what'll happen? People will join you on Discord, and you'll have nothing to worry about. So, just telling you, it'll be okay. But
yeah, I mean, you have nothing to worry about, dude.
Yeah, I know that's what your concern is, and I know you will be just fine if you just hit that live button. But it's up to you, whatever you want to do. What was it? C. Browns fan says I waited 40 minutes just to get into Costco today. I wore a mask. Yeah, I went. Costco is probably super packed, I'm sure. Oh wow, yeah. Polo says here in the UK we hit 10,000 now. It's crazy.
I think you said 10,000 or 100,000. I know 10,000.
It could be. He could be talking about deaths, not cases. I don't know. I haven't seen the news in the last just few days, just because I've been super busy.
The UK has 74,000 cases total. 9,000 deaths.
Wow, Dougie Fresh, blah, 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 blah. I have to read that first, of course. So glad life in Tennessee hasn't been all that different. So Tennessee, not that affected, according to Dougie Fresh. 0 days missed of work. Hopefully we don't get caught up in all the craziness. So, wow, Dougie Fresh, a very opposite end of the spectrum for you in Tennessee, apparently. Corey, in all seriousness, we have to continue to be vigilant. I lost a longtime family friend to the virus 2 days ago. So, yes, you know, there definitely are people being affected all over the place. Personally, myself, I don't know anybody like family or friends that are sick. But it seems like no matter what, there's at least somebody that is in the live stream, or somebody's like one of my coworkers, maybe one of their friends or family members or something like that. But it just seems like I haven't been directly affected yet, but we'll see. You know, obviously I always keep on checking in periodically, at least once every 3 or 4 days with a lot of my intermediate family members, just to see how everybody's doing. Now, this, I feel like so many things after this is all over may not change, because a lot of people realize now that when it comes down to, I'm going to switch up Titans, and actually you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to get off preaching about certain things here, and I'm just going to pull Relic because I need to. But yeah. Let's see what else we have in the chat. It will be that Zynga does not launch the Titan coronavirus and kills the troops in the sneeze. Oh, you never know, Carlos. We could have some sort of other... we have... what do we have in spells? We have Poison Cloud. I mean... They could have some sort of, like, disease. Never know. But I'm switching it up to, well, no, I'll run this 1 star down, but I'm going to switch up to Eros in a little bit and just do straight grind. 10,000 deaths, says Polo. Just means Tennessee is ignoring everything. You don't know that. If their amount of cases and is a lot lower than a lot of other areas, they could just be a lot less affected, just because there's not as many heavily populated areas, and could be the case. See? Oh, Cephalopod D says that he's going to put some thought into it. So, chances are you might have a co-host. See what happens.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Right?
He said he was coming back, and I think he's only been on 2 streams.
Uh-oh. Cephalopod. Don't let down all your Aussie fans from, is it Japan? Or South Korea? South Korea? Where? Or South Vietnam?
He's from Vietnam.
That's right. I'm sorry. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Jesus, dude. Sorry. Can't get it incorrect around D. It's just like, come on, Zalan.
Pay attention.
Mm-hmm. Maybe if you streamed a bit, I could take a break from, having to pay so much attention. And then I could be a guest on your stream, D.
I would love to stream.
And give you crap. Oh, well, then you should stream, like, right now. I can close it down here.
I have nobody to stream with me.
I'll jump on Discord, and Chance will jump on Discord, and so will Cephalopod, right, Cephalopod? Right now.
I would never.
You would never, Chance? Oh, come on.
Absolutely not.
Oh, man.
My goodness. I mean, there's certain crowds that I would like to be caught up in, and certain I wouldn't, but...
Very nice, thank you.
No, D, and you know what? I owe you an event in the least. Haven't done that yet.
Mm-hmm. Me a ping pong land. It capped my land. I don't remember if it was a food or a gold, but you definitely capped my ping pong land.
And D holds grudges. She holds grudges.
No, I don't care, but I think he was trying to upset me. I think it was on purpose. I think he was like, "Oh, let's make her."
Oh yeah, 100%. Yes, because one of your teammates bought me just ping ponging, and normally I don't look at like the
rated
names
or capped.
No, just rated, just ping pong.
Oh my God, rates are loud. Don't even be a baby.
No. That's the point. That's not the point. That's the calm down. Take a breath. That's not the point.
It's like
so. No, so normally I don't look. I don't care because I'm just bopping around ping ponging, rating lands, and so but I noticed the name was NTG Legends, and so I'm like, okay, I'll click Revenge, and I looked around and I see you, and then I see little baby you, little D. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely gonna raid this garrison, and then I think I took it from your big one. I think because I took a ping pong land just to make you mad.
I figured you were either trying to make me upset or you you accidentally capped it.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's because it was like 2,000. It wasn't even. It was like 2,000 VP. It wasn't close. It was.
You didn't want to tell people that I wasn't mad?
Yeah, we know.
What? wasn't mad at all. I made fun of him. I was like,
No, we did direct message afterwards, and at one point,
Portal Stone.
yeah,
I was like, you're wasting Portal Stone.
oh, no, worth it.
Have a VP land.
She's like, "Are you even serious?" And then meanwhile, because I like an idiot, I bought a couple of starter packs, and I have 400 freaking purple gems. I'm like, what am I gonna do with all this? And then she's like, I'm like, I have like 400 left. I got 444. I have like 400 left. She's like, you're wasting gems. I'm like, am I though? Am I?
Yar. Yar.
Yar?
It's worth it.
What's up, X?
When I say Yar, Grandma always says, a pirate. I guess it's a pirate. I don't know.
Well, that's it.
Yar.
Yar is a pirate.
Yar.
Yar.
Is it?
That's right.
Yeah,
So,
word you are.
good,
Yar.
good question from Bex. He says, go for Lithotaur or wait for Kronos to return in a couple weeks. That's true, because on the calendar that was on the most recent blog post, we did see the Kronos returns for an Alliance leaderboard event, April 23rd to the 27th. And
I'm not interested.
at this point, I got 3 of them.
At this point, and they screwed us the last Chronos because they took it out of the top.
Get him, D. Get him. I know
I'm
you.
mad at them. I'm
See, yeah, okay, Chance, did I not say that D holds grudges? I told you that, right? And D says, no, you know, so.
I don't hold grudges. I just don't forget stuff.
I think that's kind of the same thing, but anyway.
I don't think we're going to see a Kronos 3.0. I mean, I think we need to soak up the Lithotaur, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too. So here's another thing too. So Primordial God of the Sky, April 16th to the 20th. So we're going to get another Invoke Titan coming up. And it's going to be a Berserker and how do I know this? Because we have a Titans Unleashed Berserkers that on 420. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. God of the Sky. I'm interested to see what those Invoke Titan skills are going to be, because it could be very interesting. Because now, when we start getting into more of these new gods that come out, how awesome are they going to really be? Is it going to be a flop, or is it going to be something that actually everybody's going to want? So we'll see. But Berserker, I mean, it's going to be it's going to be crazy troop buffing. So, and then there's a Conquest Artemis, which I don't know how popular that will be. Maybe we'll see some relics in there that may be all right. But
okay, let's pause for the seriousness of your profiteering or your prophetic announcements. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Profiteering. Artemis. Okay, I have an Earth resist and an armor, and then I have another one that's void with health. What do you got?
I have 2, and I have one with void, and I'd have to check. I have to check what the other one is. I'm in battle, and I will.
Yeah, okay.
Because I would
anyway,
I would have gotten rid of the second Artemis, but it was void resist, and I was like, I want that. So.
I have a void resist one, but she doesn't do well against void.
That's because you have to have the armor. It doesn't matter what resist you have to have the armor.
I do have armor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
Corey says.
I mean, maybe you're just not. You got to move them around a lot. I don't know.
Corey's waiting for that stream, D. Corey is waiting.
I'm waiting for a co-host.
Corey said he'll co-host with you, right, Corey? I'm just offering anybody in the chat that wants a D stream. You just gotta go on and co-host with her if you want her to stream.
Your applications.
Yeah,
let's go.
All right.
I also don't want to be judged.
Oh, come on, D.
Why?
We're judging you all the time. No, we're not.
Thick shoulders. Broad shoulders. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yes.
We're going on.
You'll be just fine. Oh, and I promised some pulls. And we'll do some pulls. 5,400 souls. Not bad. Let's do some pulls for Rangers. For fun.
Ooh.
because, like I was explaining before, just in case anybody might have missed this from early in the stream, Rangers are the second hardest to get food for, Titan-wise. There's the 3-star Sardu. We're going to pull... we'll pull another regular token, see what we get. Then I'm going to pull some epics, because I'd like to get some pre-leveleds. Most definitely, hopefully 4-star. Dana, that's a drop. That's horrible. So let's switch over to the epic altar. See if we can get some pre-leveled, like...
Are you going to see your daughter for Easter?
Yes, I'm going to be leaving tomorrow. 25 2-star. All right, let's try one more time. Yeah, I'll be leaving to go see Princess Z tomorrow in the afternoon.
Nice.
And then I'll see her. I'll be with her tomorrow night and also all day on Sunday. And there will be an Easter egg hunt at the house I'm going to, so it'll be fun for her. And,
hopefully 10 or less.
And oh yeah. Well, it's me, 4 kids. That's 5, 6, 7. So it'll be 7 people there. And everybody's healthy. I've already checked ahead of time. And I have a brand new 20-inch wheel, or 20-inch bike for Princess Z for Easter. So it's definitely something she needs right now because she doesn't have a bike. I got a new level. I'm level 40 DOT community. Woo! Level 40, 480 gems, and I got a Portal Stone recharge. Yeah, really, it's not even.
Okay.
It's not even all that great. Leveling
well,
up.
Something.
It is something. It is. That's what it is. But anyway, so I'm level 40 now. It's official. Takes a while to level up after you get into your 30s. So. But anyway, yeah, so I got a new bike for her, and she definitely needs it right now because on these days that it's nice outside, especially since it's basically the summertime already because there's no school,
Is school canceled for the rest of the year?
Oh, yeah, it's all done. College is like, basically if you're a senior in college, you basically, as long as you complete the online courses, you graduate. And you don't get to go to a ceremony. There's no graduation. You know what I mean? Like, there's no graduation, and you don't get your last, 3 or 4 months of your senior year at college. And for high school kids, same thing for seniors. You don't get your last 3 or 4 months of being a senior in high school. You don't get to graduate. You don't get a ceremony for the graduation. Today, when I was in Walmart picking up said bike, I saw on one of the end caps all the 2020 grad gifts and stuff like that. I'm like, who's going to a grad party? There's no grad parties. There's no graduation parties. Who's going to go to one? There is none. Like all those things that you would have gotten for a graduation party, that's all trash. None of that stuff's going to sell. And I mean, yes, it will to immediate family members, but when you go to a whole bunch of different graduation parties for, it could be friends or neighbors that graduate and they're having a big party in the back and they're like, hey, yeah, come over. And you're like, oh, hey, yeah, all right. Normally you would get something for them, but no, none of that's going to be happening. So I don't know. It's
super weird.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. And I mean, I'm way past all of that, obviously, but eventually my daughter will be old enough to graduate, and I want to go to her graduation, and I want to see her, get her diploma and everything else, and I do want to have a graduation party for her, so I put myself in that situation, but obviously way later on. But I feel bad because it's definitely a very different way of being a senior in either high school or college, because those were, again, some of my favorite times of life, up until now, major highlights. So, yep, Shy, that's right. The year no one graduated. Yeah, that's right, Pisces. I said that too. D got Zalan as a co-host, so D should stream right now. I said the same thing too, but
No, I'm on your stream. That's fine.
See, and that's why there was plenty of times where Dee was like, yeah, I'll stream, and then I stream, and then she goes, oh, okay, well, I was on your stream, so that counts, right? It's like...
Still count.
I guess.
It does. It totally counts.
Kind of. Most people would argue it doesn't. Just because they want to see. Just
Septima
because they
Pod
want to
would
see you
side with
stream.
me.
Just because they want
He
to.
would side with me and say it counts.
Oh yeah, is that
I
right?
think Septima Pod would side with me.
Uh,
Why don't you ask him?
I
Let's
don't know.
see.
Sethamapod, care to chime in?
And don't say he's one of my officers, so he's gonna take my side.
Right. Corey says, why does the Easter Bunny hide eggs? The bunny is a thief stealing eggs from chickens. If that bunny lays its own eggs, that would be incredible. Yeah. Well, Corey, that sounds like a brain question right there. Where's the brain at?
That really does.
Yeah, well, the brain was streaming, what was it, Risk? Oh, man, he's been doing these streams playing Risk. And he's been doing that recently. So if you, I popped into one of them just recently as well, just to see. Apparently, Brain was going to stream DOT during that raid boss because he was thinking about busting out some of his old 60s and having fun with them. Because he could see on my stream when, you know, when a lot of times Chance definitely remembers that as well, where we were just like, let's try this, let's try that, let's try this, you know. And I could tell the brain was like, man, that kind of looks fun, just being able to try all sorts of different things out, because that's what he enjoyed so much in all of his videos back in the day, was testing things with his level 60s. So.
Well, and the developers did feed off that with the Runa. You know, they're like, okay, you know what? We see that you guys think this is funny. Here you go. Here's Runa 2.0.
Right. Most definitely.
He said he's heard his name but missed it.
Oh, Seth Mopad. Well, Dee needs you to back her up and be her co-host.
No, that wasn't it. It was Oh, the question was, does it count when I'm on Zalon stream, or do I have to stream on my own? I think it still counts because I'm here.
It's debatable. Mr. Do.
And I said Septima Pod would side with me, is what I said. And of course, Extinction says it doesn't count.
Yeah,
well,
see?
I'm not passing you down then.
See? Mr. Do, thank you for the donation. Hello, new sub. I played this game and I feel it was pay to win. Any changes recently? Well, there's plenty of things offered in the game for free on a regular basis between just base. Well, for instance, the most recent raid boss event that they just released in beta allowed for alliances to grind out that event more or less free to play. Now, obviously, if you were time constrained, some people put some gems into it. I don't want to say that was what everyone did, because I feel like a lot of players were able to get through their portion, because everyone had to participate, their portion of the points necessary to be able to complete the event and be able to get, 5,000 souls in the current event this weekend were free. Because obviously if you did the raid boss event, you got 5 event relics for doing it. So I would have to say there's definitely a lot more free to play options available, so that you don't have to feel like everything is completely pay to win. Now, Mr. Do, if your only objective in the game is to be number 1 and be the guy that has all the best titans and they are all level 60 and every relic is completely maxed and you're walking around feeling big and tough, if that is your attitude in the game, then yes, you will have to invest some money into the game and a lot of time, or a lot of money and a little time. So that is kind of where it's going to be at. But are there more options in the game? Are there more things in the game to do that aren't necessarily you need to put money into it to be able to enjoy it? Yes. But it's up to you whether, especially like some of these solo relic events where, yes, people are putting a lot of money into the game to be, it ranked in the top, 2,000 to be able to get DGs. Well, yeah. To be able to get up there and to be able to obtain that kind of stuff, those people are putting money into it. But are there pretty much all the other players that aren't doing that and getting, gem rewards or other such rewards recently too, with some of the tokens and titans they're offering in some of the higher tiers. Yes, you are getting that, and they are not spending. So, yep, that would be my answer to that. I wanted to give you a very thorough, as much as I could, answer, Mr. Duke, because you did donate, and I really appreciate that.
Just get on the right alliance. Just get with the guys that want to do what you want to do, and you'll be fine.
He says, trying to get good champs. Okay, well, I mean, if you're just trying to get good titans in the game, there is a chance you can back me up on this, D, as well. There is I'd say at least a half dozen defensive titans in the game that people are using on a regular basis. It's not just one or two defensive titans. At the same time, I would say, of course, there is double that in attackers. So probably about a dozen attackers in the game that you could use to be able to bust each. Now, all 6 of said defenders are going to have at least 1 or 2 titans that are able to defeat them, but that's the way it should be. There should be no one titan is the only titan that you should have on defense, and they're impossible to beat. That's, there should be at least 1 or 2 attackers to each defender, and that's how I tend to see it. Chance, what do you have to, add to that?
Yeah, so I mean, it's one thing if you have all the Void Titans and all the Void Titans relics maxed out. However, there's been things before and after, Cerberus's, Hades, Artemis's, and things after, like, what's that guy? Prometheus or whatever his name is.
A progenitor.
Progenitor.
Mm-hmm.
Eros is just, I mean, it's 6 months from now. I mean, we're getting into these new things where 450 armor, 400, I mean, it's just a million defense for Horde for the new Lithotaur with the right relics. So, I mean, the bell curve is always changing. It's not that you pulled trash. It's just that things change and the dynamics change, and
there's a lot less titans with random skills. That's kind of gone to the wayside at this point. That's another major thing to notice as well, Mr. Do, is a lot of the titans that we are getting have all fixed skills. For the most part.
They're revving up the arithmetic. It's like, okay, well, we understand that it's tough, but if you come at it from the right angle, you can do it. So here's a few new tools. Here's a few new ways to think about stuff. Try to figure it out. So, we threw out huge roadblocks at you with the Pigsy and the whoever else defenders in the past. All right, well, we're going to give you a new offense and a new defense. So it's just, I mean, it's a lot of people walk away from the game because it's always changing, and that's frustrating to them because they get set in their ways. But it's like, all right, well, I mean, don't you play this because it's the cool cartoon version of chess? I mean,
exactly. There's got to be different moves to be able to make, and it can't always be the same thing. You're going to get tired of what you want to play 6 months with the same 1 or 2 titans doing the exact same. I'm going to drop my summon here. I'm going to drop my summon there. And I'm going to drop my summon here. And this is what's going to happen. Game over. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to get monotonous. You're going to want something different.
That's why Totec was such a breath of fresh air. Like, whoa, wait, you're telling me there's consequences for having summoners? Okay, let's roll with that.
Yeah, because summoners are, and now you mentioned a list of titans before, besides the Void Titans. You mentioned a bunch, and all of them just happen to be summoners. That was one thing I did notice there too, Chance. And that is a major part of why, even after Void, that huge onslaught of all the Void Titans that came out, why summoners can still be very relevant in the game currently right now. So.
Yeah. Well, and Totec's doing it too. I mean, we're ramping up from 5 summoners to 8 or 9. I mean, it's getting pretty.
But now that we have these titans with invoke skills, that's something else, Mr. Do, as well. is these invoke skills, which are if you do this, this happens. Or also,
Yeah, I mean,
it could be
we're tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
New generation for sure.
Yeah, they're basically there's a bunch of consequence skills where if this happens, or every 10 or 20 or 30 seconds, depending on whatever it actually is, this happens. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of different possible ways that they can build these invoke skills out. Basically, good night extension.
Yeah, and that'll frustrate the mathematicians, right? That'll I'm sure Prometheus and Vintage are just racking their brains in the fridge, going, "What are we doing? Like, I can't predict anything." But okay, well, I don't know. If it's that much harder or that much easier, I mean, let's play around with it a little bit. I mean.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, because also too, you don't want every battle to be the same. They're trying to do their best to mix things up. So
yeah, we all know the maps, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah, right. It's almost time to get up again, Extinction. Feranic, what do you mean? You're in the garden, Feranic. Shy says, if you play smart, you can free to play and get every Titan you want after about 2 years of hard playing. You can. Also, Shy, that you have to add into that as well. You have to be in a good alliance. And being in an alliance family makes a huge difference. So, because when it comes down to being able to get every Titan, yes, we do have event teams in NTG, and other alliance families have event teams and stuff like that. And if you want to join the event team and do this or do that, or there are teams such as Beta, which are strictly event teams, but there's a core, and then there's people that are kind of in and out, depending on if they want to be in or not.
No, not even true.
Oh, it's not
true. Let me chime in.
Oh, okay. I was under the understanding you said there was 36.
Well, no, it is true. But I'm just saying, they're so mad right now because there's basically just under 40 people who stay. Mm-hmm. I mean, the other 15 hop in and out, and they're like, all right, dang it, these divine gems mean so much.
Mm-hmm.
You better swear loyalty.
Exactly.
There's a lot less of the in and out, is all I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because I mean, there's just like in War and NTG War and NTG Hammer, there's they're both typically top 50 teams for events, but at the same time, they fluctuate between 40 and 45 normal players, and then they just fill the rest of the other few spots up, and then that's it. That's the event team, So that's typically the way they roll as well.
It's a lot less, though. If you have 40, 45, that last one we had to do with 36, that raid thing.
Yeah, Mr. Dew just asked, how important is it to have the alliance? Well, this new boss raid, and also, typical alliance events like this one right now, I mean, I'm going to get this Lithotaur, and I am not going to pay the same soul count as if I would just do it in milestones, because I'm playing on a team that is event focused and everyone is going to put up at least a certain amount of souls, soul minimum wise, and then everybody on the team gets the rewards kind of situation. So, because I'm coming from outside of Hammer, I'll do a little bit more than the people that are in Hammer on a regular weekly basis. I don't care. I'll do 2,000-3,000 extra. Than whatever the minimum is, and I think the minimum right now is between I don't know, let's see. It's not up anymore. It was something I think 7,000 to 9,000, something like that. So I mean, I'm thinking about doing 11 or 12. So somewhere in that range. Ooh. But
that's getting after it.
Well,
you usually cut out at 7 or 8.
Well, I mean, it's only because 9 or 10. It's still not bad. It's mid tier. Okay. Just for the last few events that I've been coming up and grabbing whatever the event. I mean, Lithotaur for me is going to be interesting because, again, I do have a decent amount of 5-star Infiltrator relics. So checking out Prometheo's builds and the fact that I do enjoy attacking with Goliath, I think that's awesome. And obviously with summons, because I enjoy Chronos. I've always enjoyed Chronos. But to have an Infiltrator with Goliaths and with the 5-star relic as well, it'd be quite interesting. See what happens.
Yeah, I'm an Infiltrator. Yeah, running in there, and then if you have the ultimate Goliath just standing around killing time, and he's running through destroying stuff, and nobody has Earth Resist, I mean, he's going to be so fun.
Yeah, so, and I mean, at this point, in all honesty, when it comes down to Infiltrators, I don't really have much to level up, Infiltrator-wise, because I like to go class to class on everything, and Infiltrators, I mean, I'm just leveling Arya up and straight battling. I'm not interested in just leveling her up to 60 and being like, all right, now when I use her, I'm just going to get no Titan XP forever. Because
yeah.
I mean, and Chance saw this too. Plinth 4, she was able to solo Zeus, which was pretty awesome to see. And I'm like, and she's not even max 60. So what's the point of me maxing her up?
I'm pretty sure it was under. I'm almost positive it was under 30 seconds. Mm. And you got to keep in mind, he's talking about an Arya under 70,000. So it was pretty quick.
Yeah. Corey says, got to get that skull though too. Got to hit 21K. I know, right? The skull is nice. That's the thing. There are events like these where that last relic, I'm just like, But when there's like 5 or 6 things before that last relic, then I'm like, no. I just don't see the reason to go that high in soul count. It's rough. I'll eventually get it. I know I will. If it's a relic event, or if it's a pull, or one way or the other, I'll eventually get it. Except for the rabbit. The heirloom rabbit. I never got that. That was definitely one that's eluded me. There's other 4-star relics that I haven't gotten either, but majority of them aren't all that great. Now, if of course another 4-star elemental grasp came along, now that's a relic chance that I think that if they put that as a maxed first, second, and third on rank rewards, and then the rest of them were like maybe, I don't know, level 8, level 6, level 3, whatever, and then just give a base one out. If they did something like that in rank rewards, people would go nuts for the elemental grasp. So
okay. First of all, let me just say I agree with you completely about everything. However, let me follow that up quickly with, you are going to stop whining about this rabbit. Like, stop it. You have everything. It's the one thing. I have a rabbit.
You have it?
I have a rabbit.
Do you use it?
You have every other relic in the game. I hate you. Yeah, of course yes, it's amazing.
Okay, well, that's what I keep on hearing from everybody, and I'm like, man, I just don't have the rabbit, man. I get it.
Baby. It's the one thing you don't have. Oh, my gosh.
You think it's the only thing I don't have? I don't know. I think I don't have Malrak's buckle. I don't have Malrak's buckle.
What? Really?
No, I don't.
That's weird. Huh. Weird.
Besides Malrak's...
I see you scroll through your stuff sometimes, and I'm like, oh, man. And then it's weird to hear you say stuff like, yeah. I mean, Malrak's buckle, I feel like it's been offered up a couple times.
I think whatever events they were in, I was just like, nah, I'm not grinding that far for just that one relic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
if that was the case.
And I used to be heavy into the, like, remember like a year ago, before Summoners came out, maybe a year and a half, I don't know, Goliath, Berserkers, and like the Jaldar Archer dude, Ranger guy, you know, the Goliath guys were really fun to use and powerful. And so then I fused all those guys and had their relics left over. So that's why, I've been putting those on my Chronoses and my now Lithotaur.
Exactly. And that's the nice thing about going through, you know, leveling up a lot of good relics for certain troops and being like, oh, it was great on that Titan. Now that this Titan comes out, I already have a majority of those relics maxed. I only have to max out maybe 1 or 2 relics. That's the great part of maxing out relics that you know are going to be something that you will easily use on another Titan later. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happens more often than not. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's probably how they structure it. But yeah, it usually goes that way. I remember, like, I can't remember if it was Arya or Atalis who was first, but like, you know how you kind of transfer, like, and then Jotar but yeah, all the ice guys, and then yeah, they just kind of progress over into like the next best elemental Titan.
Let's see. The importance of the alliance grows as you do. That's very true, Chai. And Polo's out. See you later, Polo. Thank you for joining. I say that's just saying getting the Titan not only goal. Relics are the real ability. Yeah, relics are always extremely important. But sometimes when you're looking at exactly what you're doing, because of course I'm going to be visiting Princess Z, but if I wasn't, and I had a very clear and open weekend, it might be a completely different situation. So, you never know. Time will tell. So, I just had to put that in there because Godan's in the chat. Yeah! I just said that. I didn't even see him in the chat. I didn't even see you in the chat, Godan. But I'm glad I said time will tell. Time will tell.
So, is Godan's Discord broken? Let's get in this. Come on.
Oh, Discord? I don't know. I'm not in Godan's Discord. I'm in his band chat, but I don't know about Godan's Discord.
You guys on Discord? Okay.
Is it broken, Godan? Could you clarify this for the community?
You wanted him to get in your Discord, but I've never seen Godan on Discord before, right?
Oh, really?
Oh, see, D had to jump in on that. D's like, yeah, where you at, Godan? Where you at?
Official ruling.
Well, usually when he streams, he doesn't have Discord open. That I'm aware of.
Now Godan's gonna come back with I'm a simple, hardworking, blue collar man, and I have to be able to, do my thing, and I'm not all super technical and fancy. We know, Godan, you've told us a million times. It's okay though. We enjoy whenever you put out.
Coach.
What's my highest Titan, Mr. Do? I have a few level 60s. Most recently, Pigsy's one of them. Besides from that, a few. I'd say at least a half dozen. Probably, actually, I think it's 8 of them now. I'm just gonna forge up this staff of iron real quick. Make a little bit of room. Yes, Totek will be a beast for Conquest. Yes, Shy. I am actually super excited, Chance, I'm sure you are too, to use Totek for Conquest. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so, okay. I mean, here's the thing about that. I will max out all my relics for Totek with Conquest. 100%. Like, that's all I'm going to focus on. This guy, I'm not Prometheo. I'm not, the super genius with math by any means with all these guys with their whiteboards, but it seems to me that Totek has a very high capability to withstand everything but ice and earth as far as elements. And then, I mean, he's going to summon people when he kills a squad,
Yeah, the Omegas. People, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I mean, it seems like his base resist is like 80%. He's going to max out on 3. I mean, basically his weakness is ice and earth with what I've seen set up. So anything other than that, like, watch out. Look out for a 6-minute match.
Right. That's right.
So, I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. Ice and earth, huge weakness. Other than that, you probably can't beat it.
Yeah, Pisces says the same thing. He says next Conquest is going to be huge for leveling up Titans and relics. Exactly. It's going to be exciting. Oh, wait a second. So that portal surge, let me look at that real quick. I wonder if they got that listed on the last... Yeah, here it is. When is it? 20th to the 27th. Is that the same week as Conquest? And Conquest is during the week again. Yeah, it is. So if it is one Portal Stone battles, it may be during that conquest. If that Portal Surge is one, unless it's, we have a, what is it, a 10% or 20% discount on Portal Stones? Is that what it was? If that's all Portal Surge is, I'm going to be heavily disappointed. But if it isn't, and it is one Portal Stone battles, it will be during the week of conquest, which is quite amazing.
If you hype me up for a one Portal Stone event again, and it does not work out, we're gonna have to. I mean,
we're gonna have words. Issue. We're gonna have some serious words,
yeah.
Chance. I see.
I'm gonna be in Ice's DMs. I'm gonna be like, hey, you think we should still be friends with him? You let us down too many times.
All right, yeah, I don't want to let you down, but I'm just saying, whenever that Portal Surge week is in the game, I'm hoping it's going to, since it's lasting all week, I'm hoping it's not just a discount on Portal Stones. I hope it is. I mean, if it is a discount on Portal Stones, it'll be helpful during Conquest. I won't, that's...
Dude, I don't. You know what? This conversation is so annoying because it's like, why don't you just ping pong, or cat pong, just cat pong?
I'm not a big fan of cat pong though. I don't know.
Why?
It's just one, I'm losing the experience, and I feel like it takes more time.
Oh, the SP.
And it doesn't help the Alliance at all.
Oh, D, slipping it in.
It's a selfish move.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
just
that's
farm.
the kind of player you are.
No, just farm. I farm VP, whatever. I'll refresh the neutral lands. I spent I don't know. I'm down to. I had 6 million gold. I'm down to 2 because I had to refresh a bunch of farms. Speaking of which, I should check on that to make sure I didn't get. Anyway, but
they're all gone. I capped them.
No, she got him already.
Probs.
She got him.
Probs. You guys want to hear a funny story?
Go ahead.
So last night, or I guess this morning at 2 a.m, I was up late, and I was like, okay, well, I'll sign in and check out what's going on. And I've been refreshing my VP land, and it was the other ones were at 2,000. Okay, and I had one missing. And some Russian guy got me. And normally you wake up if you don't put it on, low defense to Japanese and Russian guys taking your lands because that's when you sleep. So you have to remember to put it on Farm Town. But I woke up, I was awake at 2 o'clock when this guy got me. And I mean, just absolutely devastated me. I was so mad because it's nobody's on at 2:30 to help me. I was like, I'm too weak.
That's your story?
Yeah.
Yes.
It happens. It happens. It was a sad story. It was a sad story.
Yeah, there was no end of the rainbow.
No. It was just might as well go to bed.
Yeah, well, I mean, because he was 50 and just everything was maxed. So I'm like, okay, nobody's awake to help me. I'll just wake up in the morning and refresh a bunch of lands for a bunch of gold. Because I'm not level. I've been at 23 for a while, so my gold's maxed out. So I can just refresh some lands and recover.
I know, Attack Dog. Guaranteed it's discount only, not one Portal battle. We'll see. We'll see, Attack Dog. If I say it enough during my streams, maybe the devs will hook us up. You never know. What was it? One-Wig Angel Setharoth used to always say, if I just say certain things enough in the streams, I can, actually happen. You never know.
Tears not shed, sorry.
Shai says, I'm working on getting defensive relic leveled for each of the elements for the melee troops. Holy Guard, Goliath Belt, Mount Armor, etc. Interesting idea. Tears not shed, sorry. Nice. Attack Dog.
Who cares? Who cares, jerk? Yeah.
I feel like having those all... I feel like having all those stables at 10 will be nice. Yeah, that's right, Shy. You'll be able to work with anything that comes your way. I know that's a great prep move. So I know a lot of people sometimes they do feel like they get to a point where they've leveled up all the most recent Titan that they've got, relics. You know, they've leveled those up. They've leveled up maybe the last Titan that they were working on before they just got this new Titan. They leveled up that Titan's relics, and now what relics should I do next? And that you just may not have something like right on. A lot of times, most players do, but some may not. You know, have another relic lined up to go because maybe you just finished a conquest or something, and you're like, oh, what should I do next? You know, certain defensive relics isn't a bad choice. Maybe you get a kite shield with void resist that drops. You're like, oh man, you know, that's not a bad idea, you know. But you might not have a Titan for it, but leveling something like that up is going to be handy in the future. So, and there's all sorts of different defensive relics as well. I just picked that one kind of easily off the top of my head because I just know that it's a good choice. So, but I'm not saying it drops all the time, because it doesn't. Because when you have certain defensive relics that have the last skill is the troop is resistant to certain element, there's obviously 6 different options for when that 4-star drops. So a lot of times you're getting not void. Sometimes lightning, which isn't always bad either. But people are mostly, I'm not going to say all the time, but a higher percentage of attacks will come from void element currently in the game. Now, I could easily change 4 months, 6 months from now, but maybe we'll have more earth attackers, because right now Chance mentioned that a lot of people don't have earth resist. So,
Zalon, do you have Iron Maul on any of your Minotaurs?
Iron Maul. Isn't that a physical relic?
Yeah. Oh, is Minotaur not? Is he Earth?
Yeah. The new one. Regular Minotaur is physical. Pretty certain.
Physical, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Iron Maul.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Dude, I just got that. I feel like it's super rare. When I was doing a Divine Gem and I got mad about it, but it's Titan physical damage, Titan armor piercing, and then Archer's armor piercing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had those
You have that?
Yeah, I remember when they first dropped. They came out in early 2017, I'm pretty certain.
Oh, is this old? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't see them as much anymore, just because you don't see them a lot of times in events. I just passed by that Earth Charms, and that Earth Charms is sweet.
Yeah, I like this. This is a good one though. I like this because I never had a Minotaur before. I always skipped out because I didn't like the Taurs, but then that happened, where it became Minotaur physical was the best, and I see 30 million defense.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, he is the best Taur. But you know what? This Lithotaur may be the second best Taur. Well, some people might say that what's it called? I didn't level him up, but the Horde one we just had. What was
Skeletor.
What was his name?
Skeletor.
Wasn't his name though?
Sorry, it was in my game. I kind of made it out there. What was his name? I actually have him.
No, passed him already.
Hold on, let me jump out.
Oh, sorry, 7 different options. Sorry, Pisces. Not 6. 6 is class. 7 is elements. My bad.
Where are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hey, what was the Skeletor guy's name?
Corruptor. Thank you, Eric. Craptor.
Oh, yeah.
Craptor.
Right.
That's right.
Corruptor, yeah.
Yeah, my Justin Bieber Titan. Is that what you call your arrows, Corey?
Maybe Justin Bieber when he's like 50.
Think so? Think he's gonna look like arrows?
I mean, if he like really gets after it, but that's not the Justin Bieber I've seen.
Usually get 6 to 7 relics level during a conquest where I hit it hard, 4 to 5 when I take it easy. Yeah, even taking it easy, you can definitely get at least a Titan's worth. You know? More like Fabio. And Keys. Very nice.
Fabio with a haircut.
I'm going to take these last 50 stones down, and then we're going to wrap up for this Friday night stream. I do appreciate it.
All right, good night, buddy.
Oh, no, I got
up.
50
Good night,
more.
buddy.
I got 50 more stones chance unless you have to go right now. It's not a problem.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
You're
gonna,
funny. I'm sorry.
Oh, Brain just popped in. He says, "You ever forget to wipe after pooping? Don't judge me." No, never.
Okay.
Come on, Brain. You should know.
Oh my god.
You hope they get back to the 4K gems in Conquest? I agree, Pisces. I agree. Although, when I was in Dragons, during, I was in, Dragons for the boss raid, but I also was in, Dragons for the previous event as well. We ended up being a top 50 team for Avalos. I thought that was insane. I've never been in Dragons before where all of a sudden we just happened to be in the top 50. Blew me away.
Please tell me that you fused her like immediately.
Oh no, I wait for fusion event. I don't fuse away.
Oh. Okay.
I don't fuse away pre-leveled 4 stars, you know. If I can.
Well, at least you're getting rid of her.
Oh yeah. Just like I'm getting rid of, like, I got 2 4-star Vixias. I don't know. I got at least a handful of 4 stars and other stuff that I've gotten recently that I'm just waiting for the next fusion event.
I get too antsy. I took a level 1 Artemis fusion stuff, and I have like a level 51 Artemis out of it over the last like 3 days because I just wanted the Earth Conqueror. If I know a Lithotaur is going to be like the new big guy, I'm like, okay, well, I gotta have an Artemis Earth Killer. And so I got all nervous and I put everything into Artemis, and now I'm like, oh man, I have 175 out of like 275 Titans coming up into the fusion event. Like, whoops.
Right. And that's when you're like, oh, or it's like, well, especially if you just decided, oh, let's upgrade a troop, and it's like Sunday, and and then
right.
it's like Sunday night, you know what I mean? And you decide to upgrade a troop, and then Monday morning you're like,
No.
oh, it's fusion event, and then you're like, oh look, I have no food because I literally spent my max amount of food to start my upgrade last night.
Right. Now you're grinding. You're hitting. Where are all the food lands? Where are all the 188 food lands?
And of course, when you're jumping around to all the Pong setups, you're like, everybody's got gold unbubbled, but food is bubbled.
Right. Yeah.
Food is bubbled everywhere. And you're like, what?
Weird. I wasn't the only guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And you're like, my gosh, it's definitely a fusion day because all the food is bubbled everywhere. All the 25 food is bubbled everywhere.
DOT community. Yeah, that is so funny. Yep, bunch of slackers. Hey, there's going to be a snowstorm in 3 days. Nah, it's 72 degrees. Boom.
Well, it snowed today it snowed today. It snowed today here in PA. It was crazy.
Oh, really?
It was crazy to see snow in April, but at the same time, also with it not really being, it was just very cold and very windy. But it was between 30 and 40 degrees, which was interesting because it was still, snow was still coming down. It's kind of nuts.
How much? Did any of it stick or no?
No, it melts instantly. But when just the craziness was it was actually because the wind was pretty nuts from the last few days around here. So it was the wind was just whipping around like crazy, and all of a sudden it just started snowing, and I was like, oh, this is weird. It doesn't last for too long, and it's mostly flurries. It's not like hard coming down snow, but it was supposed to rain. We were expecting rain in the afternoon, and it just kind of like flurried.
That's probably because you're higher up, though. The higher altitude, maybe just needed more snow up there.
A little bit, but I'm not like up in the mountains or anything like that. So. But we are.
Yeah, but it was 2 days ago. It was windy here. It just in Nebraska. Yeah. Just got to you recently, I guess.
Yeah. I was gonna say, well, those thunderstorms that hit us yesterday, and the winds that have been going on yesterday and today, that all has, of course, that's swept across the U.S. Because I watched it. It's funny when you're in the landscape business and you're like looking at the storms that are over on the West Coast. And I'm like, yeah, I'll see you in a few days.
Nice. All right, yeah. We'll see what's up, man. We didn't get any precip, though. It didn't even rain, let alone snow. Just windy and cold. And it was 70s, then dropped to 40s. It's supposed to be 40s all week. Like, gosh dang it. Then after that, it'll bop up to 70s.
Went from 88 degrees to 20 degrees in less than 24 hours here. Wow. Well, it rained in SoCal for a week. That's
good. They need it.
They need it. Give it to him. How many souls do we got? Let's see. We got 5,878. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, so did I, Shy. Actually, I had to start my fireplace up today, actually, for the first time in a while, because it just got so cold from yesterday to today that I was like, yeah, not dealing with this tonight. I gotta be up early again tomorrow. Arrow's killing it. I think he's my new favorite ranger. I was thinking that I was going to really like Reaver or a set a lot because of the Horde, but I just feel like I'm almost not saying that I'm not going to play with a set or Reaver, but I just feel like Arrows, I'd rather...
Dude, a set and Reaver are boring. They're for defense. Arrows is fun.
Yeah, I just feel like I just want to take Arrows all the way up into the 50s and just enjoy the crap out of them for a while.
Yes. I have a level 60 and the game of what am I going to set them up with is so fun because, I mean, he's just ridiculous. I mean, you can set him up with, I mean, in the 80 percentile for most. You can make him 60,000 offense, 40,000 off. I mean, he's super fun. You'll enjoy him.
Yeah, it seems like.
I'm using Euros too. He is a ton of fun.
Oh, nice.
All right, boys, I got to go. Hey, good night, though, all right?
All right, see you later, Chance. Thank you for joining. I got 29 more stones to go. And we're going to be wrapping up the stream. Tommy, I was going to say,
Hey, man.
is that your regular name, or are you known as somebody else in the game?
This is Attack Dog.
Oh, it's Attack Dog. Nice, nice. Thank you for letting us know.
Tommy's just my real name.
Oh, well, okay. Sorry. But
No worries.
train up a few more archers.
I guess it's good I jumped in and gave Chance an opportunity to bounce.
Yeah, well, it's always nice to be able to have some. I do feel like sometimes when I'm on people's streams, not Dee's stream, because of course she always has a ton of people on her streams, right, Dee? But sometimes when I'm on other people's streams and I might be one of the only people there, I feel more inclined to stick around unless somebody else jumps on, because then I feel like I'm not leaving them high and dry.
Yeah, sure. But yeah,
I missed the beginning of that.
Oh, I was just saying how I would never be the only guest on Dee's stream. You know, it's not that case, but I've been on other people's streams before where I'm the only person there, and I feel like I need to. I want to stick around until someone else gets there, kind of thing. You know, but that would never happen on your stream, Dee, because you always have so many guests.
No, it would not.
Yeah. See?
Because you know you have to stay or you'll be in trouble.
You'll be in trouble. Yeah, right? Seth Mopod, you better know what you're getting into.
Dee, I sent some guy your way today. Goes by the name of King.
Oh, I wonder if he's the one I've been talking to. I've been talking to so many. Is it War King?
I'll have to look on my phone, but he was asking for a team with nothing but nice people, and I know that non-toxic gamers kind of pushes that. So
that's very true. That's very true. Also, too.
Yeah, I talked to him.
Also, too, I want to put this out there, Dee. I know we've been looking for a while, but if there's a player out there that is interested in being a crown in an NTG alliance, let Dee or myself know, because we are looking for someone who's got time and is willing to put in the little bit extra effort in taking over one of the crowns in one of the NTG alliances. So, just putting that out there. Right, Dee? But they have to pass Dee's 100 point checklist, and then you will be approved. So just remember, you have to.
I think that's why Frantic was asking when he's like, "When are you coming to Dragons?"
Oh yeah.
As in me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In your chat.
Oh, so when are you?
I mean, we're good. We're okay for now, but we're always looking for officers and members and crowns and everything. Everyone gets an equal opportunity.
That's true. That's true. But if anybody would like to step up, please let Dee know. Or me. You can let me know too. Some people hit me up in the game. They're like, "Can I get in your alliance?" I'm like, message Dee.
Yeah, you've been sending me a lot of people. I've been getting a lot of baby players.
But you like the babies, though.
I love the baby players because they don't know any better.
Yeah.
And they're willing to learn, and they listen, and they don't already have things, in their mind that they know how things are. So they're easy to teach.
And easy to mold.
Easy to mold.
Yes. Into Dee's, army of loyal subjects.
Of course, always.
Always.
They are loyal. I mean, we don't force anyone to be anywhere. I I tell them they can go back to visit their old alliances whenever they want. They're here because they want to be here, you know?
Mm-hmm. This is very true.
Some alliances are crazy. They don't let people leave.
What, they lock the door?
They're just weird about people leaving and jumping and moving around.
True.
But we have so many teams.
Hard.
What was that, Attack Dog?
I said, they'll lay the guilt trip down hard. I get a lot of guys, they'll be like, my team's going to be like top 250, and I want a top 50 prize so bad, but my team won't let me leave.
I've heard that before.
Man, if your team's a top 250 and you're wanting a prize, you just got to tell them it's better for the team. You're coming back with a weapon they don't have.
Right.
And that's what's so good about NTG, because even though we don't like mid-season movement, we do allow, we're understanding, right? And we allow mid-season movement to a top 50 team, not from a top 50 team, but we do allow it. I don't like it, but what am I supposed to say? You can't go? I mean, you're helping out another NTG team. It's not like you're leaving and going to another top 50 team that isn't us, right? I'd rather our players go to the top 50 than be resentful and angry at us because we wouldn't let them move, right? And eventually probably being unhappy and wanting to leave and joining another team anyway. So we might as well just give them what they want and treat them the way that we would want to be treated, because I would want to be treated that way, you know? So, and I think that's why people stay, because we have 2 top 50 teams, we have 2 top 250 teams, and we let people move. And we try to fill the top 250 teams, you know, if they move to top 50, as much as we can so that it doesn't hurt them. But we have to do what's right for the players. You know?
Yeah, if you're all about yourself and not about improving the players around you, then you're doing the wrong thing.
But most teams are like that, is what I've been hearing.
Thank you, Eric.
And I'm a little surprised.
Many are. Yes, many are.
So there you go, Mr. Dew. I just posted the Discord chat. Super Paul, how we doing? Thank you for joining. I got 7 battles left in me. 21 more stones. Just over 6,000 souls. Got to get up there. So D, what are the soul mins? Can you elaborate on some of the soul mins for this event?
So we had to go a little higher.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Because everyone basically started with 5K from the last event.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think me and Oberon nailed it down, but I have posted in the top 50. I think I have posted 5 to 7 or 5 to 8K. I'm still not sure. So what I do with my ranges is I stay at the bottom, and then if I have to increase it, I can increase it if the team needs to stay in top 50, but I don't want to unnecessarily have it high and then have them, you know, waste resources. So I usually do a range and it starts at the bottom, and then I just increase it incrementally only if I have to. So I think we're still at 5,
nice.
But I can go up to 7 or 8. And then the event spots are no VP min with Legend League rewards, but I think those are 10. I think that's what we were at. How's Hammer doing?
We're in 62nd.
All right, so you're getting there.
Yeah, I have faith.
I think we're like 30 or something.
Yeah, you guys are fine up and more. You got extinction. You're fine.
Yep.
Hello.
He's like 2 people.
True. How we doing, Mr. Dew? Thank you for joining.
Well, actually, Ori was joined. I know Pox. Apox. Sorry, apologies.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Apologies about that. I was like, wait, this looks familiar. I think I have it. I'm like, oh, shoot. I've been with you guys for a while.
Very nice, very nice.
I knew he said something about him playing this game, and I knew, you know,
I think
he was the one I started playing this game from.
And that was the same with me too. Him and a few others actually. Him and Gaming with Nick, and also
Tony. I think
And
I believe I recognize his name.
It was him, Gaming with Nick, and also a DBR. The 3 of them were the 3 YouTubers that I watched initially when I first started playing this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Drive-by reviews is what got me hooked on this game.
Mm-hmm. So, and if you don't know who he is, search drive-by reviews, DOT, whatever you want to do, and it'll pop up in YouTube. You can check out. He's got some really high production value DOT videos. So.
I hate it when he disappeared.
Oh my gosh. Black Mob, Zalon, you think you're slick. Your last stream I told you to tell D hey. Instead, you gonna cap me? Did I cap you, Black Mob? How did I cap? I don't think I've capped anybody in a few days. How is this possible, Black Mob? I might have attacked you, but I haven't capped anybody.
Yeah, do you even cap?
Do I even cap? Yes, I do, D. I do cap.
No, you don't.
But I haven't capped in a while. I haven't capped in a while. It's been a while. I hit garrisons. Definitely do. But we all know we search for that easy garrison every once in a while when you're like, man, I don't got any time. I just got to finish this real quick. You look at your, because you see it in your, you're like, you just want to get your daily done real quick. You're like, let's just find a real quick, easy one. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go do something. And then you trail off. You find that real quick, easy one. You're done in like 15 seconds. Oh, what's up, Joseph? Chronos event 2 weeks from now. Not too much known about the Chronos event 2 weeks from now. Is it going to be a Chronos 3.0? Even if it is, I don't think it's going to be that popular. Will there be a relic in there that you're going to want for your Lithotaur? Maybe. So I'm not gonna put that, I'm not gonna say, well, you might just want to skip everything. There might be something that drops in there that you're like, oh man, that's just gonna make my Lithotaur OP. So you got to keep that in mind.
I tell you, the belt in this event is really a nice pickup at a low value.
Very true. Very, very true. Because it was a lot higher up on the, I want to say it was probably like 18K when you first saw it. Something like that. So, not bad at all.
Wow, since I played this game, jeez.
And all of the super builds for Litho, that belt's required.
Oh, is it? I saw a few others that wasn't included. I watched Prometheo's video. I was just going to say. But it did show that, especially with using some of the other resist relics to be able to get Goliaths up there as well. Yeah, you capped me, Zalon. Stop playing. I got you, though. Oh, did you? Okay. Well, good. It's a war game. That's the way it is. You get and you get got. All right, so be forewarned, once you join NTG, for every move you'll be recorded in the Department of Alliance Affairs. That's right, Shy. D has all sorts of document.
That's not true.
She has documentation. D has documentation on on everything that everybody does. She knows how good of an event player you are. She knows if you cap or not. That's why she's like, no, you don't. No, anyway, she knows. She knows what you had for breakfast. You know what I mean? It's all documented.
I know if you can go bad.
Yeah, right. She's like Santa Claus. And and then when you go, can I come and join an event team? And Dee's like, well, you're on my naughty list, so no.
No, I don't do that.
No, but she'll secretly pawn you off to a different team instead. No, I'm just joking. She won't do that unless we're full. If we are full, listen. We are full, especially for people that aren't in NTG's other alliances. If you are outside of NTG, which is totally fine. There are plenty of people. Dead Nixon is one of them. That play in other alliances and have come and joined us for an event or two because they know during events that our teams are quite dedicated to accomplishing the goals. So there's never a problem. But sometimes if you don't hit D up soon enough, she will find you a place, but it may not be on an NTG team. So.
Right, and I do that because I have a line chat with other event team leaders, and so I feel bad, right? So if we can't get to a spot and people reach out to me, and a lot of you guys know this already, I don't just care about NTG. I will try to help you find a spot. Right. And I have, and I do all the time.
But if you're super rude, or she can't understand you, she will send you to the wrong team.
I just think you have to do the right thing for people, right? And you can't be. I love NTG, and I'm going to do what's right for them. But if somebody asks for help, I'm going to do the right thing and be nice. Even if it benefits another team. I feel like if you're nice to people, it comes back to you, right?
It does. And see, that's why Dee never has a problem filling teams, is because she does right by people, and sometimes they come back and hit her up earlier, and she does get them on the team. So I'm sure that happens.
That is very true. See? Yeah, it does.
And that's so it's the return. It's the return on player, not return on customer. We're not trying to play.
A lot of times I'm like, wow, you're full, but you're gonna help me find the team, and I'm like, yeah, why not? And they're like, nice of you. And then you're right, and then they come back early the next time, and we get them in NTG. That's how it works.
So I actually have a quick question.
What's up, Mr. Dude?
Gonna go because you're 20-something left for your clan here. I don't remember the points I met. Probably I have only between 1 and 10 good Titan.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies, raids are in my head. Titans. What do you think's the best? Where do you think I should go?
Okay, I'll ask you a couple qualifying questions real quick. What castle level are you, Mr. Do?
I think the last time I remember was 21, 22, something like that.
Okay, that's good. That's not bad at all. Are all of your?
I think it was based on that.
Okay.
I was leveling my whole isles up.
Are your troops all relatively close?
Not really. They're more like, I think it was 14, 15.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay, not about it. Okay, so just so I know what I'm working with here, because fast leveling your castle is one thing. That you can do that, but if your troop level lags too far behind, you start to become way underpowered for your castle level. But in that case, what were the Titans do you remember you were working with at the time? And are these all all 4 stars or no?
I know I have 2 4-stars, and the rest I probably have 3-star.
Okay.
I think when I left the game, I got a couple of 4-stars that I didn't realize I did, and I probably just left saying, "Hey, this game's probably."
When you jump back into the game, let me just put it this way: when you jump back into the game,
I'm downloading right now.
Okay, and you're downloading right now. When you jump back into the game, they're going to give you automatically. This is I'm pretty certain, since it's been a very long time, and as long as it's under the same account and everything else, and you're going back in under that same Castle 21, 22, if you do, you will get a free 4-star Titan, and a few other things as well, just for coming back to the game.
Wow.
Yes, it's well known. Players get that. Oh, Tommy, could you? I'm getting some reverb. Am I playing in the background?
Well, I'm not hearing it. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Hello?
Well, it was when I was talking for some reason. Oh, are you on a phone that's on speaker?
Yes, but I've been that way the whole time, but I can take it off.
Yeah, if you could take it off speaker, I think it won't pick me up as much. I don't know why, but sometimes that's the way it is on my devices as well.
Maybe that's better.
Yeah. Super Paul, I've got 20 tokens saved so far. Well, that's good, Super Paul. So back to what you were saying, Mr. Do. So what other questions do you have? You were talking about best Titans and stuff like that. Like, it depends, because if you haven't, what was the Titans that you were working on? If you can remember back to when you were playing.
Probably can't remember the names.
Okay.
But I could tell you one of them was like a more standard toward defense. The other one was an attack. Okay. I believe I did have a nice, good, what you have, Arius, or a bower.
Oh, a ranger. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, ranger. Thank you. I did level those rangers up. I believe those are the only things I leveled up, honestly.
Well, rangers aren't bad. They're still a good part of the game when it comes down to classes, and even in later gameplay after Castle 21, 22, because right now you're on that tipping point where you're going to be more concentrated on the troops than you are on the Titan. And it's going to be all about the relics that buff the troops. Sometimes certain aspects of the Titan, which of course a lot of times will be that first skill, it'll be like Titan Ice damage or something like that. But for the most part, most of the Titans you're going to be working with, not all, but most of them, it's going to be all about the troops and, getting them either defensive skills such as health, and all elemental resist is something that's really popped up in the game in the last 6 months, maybe even longer.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, all elemental resist is a big thing. And now all elemental resist has been around for maybe 8 to 12 months, but when it comes down to the more recent thing in the last 6 months, it's been melee and ranged resist for defense. So people are maxing out both in certain cases, and some are able to max out one or the other, depending on also maybe having some other things that relics that are buffing something else that they're working with, because of course.
Gotcha.
So. And now, most recently, we do have some Titans that have new skills that are called Invoke skills. These are Titans like this Eros that I'm playing with right now. As you see when I'm battling, as soon as I start the battle, there's automatically a bunch of troops that automatically are given Rage, which is the Rage spell, basically. So there are now Titans that are giving abilities and skills, and even summons as well, summoning troops for you to fight with, based on just these, if this happens, that happens, or every 10 seconds this will happen. So a lot of interesting things that are just starting to drop in the game right now. So just so you know, there may be something that comes along here fairly soon. There's another God Titan actually that's coming out here in the next week or so, that is, going to have some of these invoke type skills, and they're a lot of fun to play with, to be honest. So, I would highly recommend maybe working on maybe some either one or two of those rangers, depending on who they are, to be able to get them to be able to go around and do what we call ping pong. And of course, I don't know if you remember that from before or not, but that is hitting lands during events that have minimal defense. So, for instance, like this one I'm looking at right now.
For me, obviously, I'm not in a million.
Yeah.
So it's going to be probably in the hundreds, thousands. Not like you're doing like almost 300,000 to 400,000. 300,000 to
400,000 is, well, these are level 25 lands. So for you, that would be if you're hitting your level. So if you hit the lightning bolt and you're hitting Castle 21 or 22 lands, whatever your castle level is, you're going to be hitting lands that are probably in like the 100 to 200,000 range, somewhere in there. And when you hit them, you'll notice that they have nothing but base troops on. But your main goal is to make sure the Titan that you're playing with is able to take them on with minimal troop loss, so that you're able to continuously grind and not have to be continuously building troops to the point where maybe an hour or two into your grind, you realize that you can't generate troops fast enough. You know what I mean? So you can't keep it going. More or less. You have to stop playing the game completely for 4 hours while you generate enough troops to be able to do another 2-hour run. You know what I mean? So it's one of those kind of things.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what I was doing. Kind of rushing it, using as much diamonds or whatever those the products is.
The portal stones. The purple ones are what keep you battling. So that's what keeps you. So for instance, in this event, just from using those, now we just recently, like I said, had that new boss raid, which allowed us to get a whole bunch of free event relics that we were able to use in this event to push our progress. So a lot of players are able to get 5,000 souls based on their work that they put in from this last Monday to Wednesday in that event. They were able to get to the 5,000 soul mark in Milestone without having to do anything more than just battle. What is that? 4 times. How many did we get? We got 5. So 20 times. So
yeah,
it's not bad.
And I was in a really not so good of a clan. So when you said something about clans really matter, I was in a not good clan where I was basically me and this I think 3 other people were basically just doing exactly what you're doing, just ping ponging is what you say, and we just kept doing that. And I was in the 4,000. I think the last time I was like 4,053 or something like that. I got a decent amount. I got that guy that you had just right there, that you just had up right there. I had him. That's I think the 4-star, one of the 4 stars I had. And I think I also have a 3-star of him too. So that's what I was trying to do, get either a ranger or heavy troops, just to get as much damage dealt as well as take it. That's what I was trying to go for. But apparently rangers are OP and they're just too good to be true.
Well, rangers are nice. There are a few other classes that, of course, have gotten a little bit of a boost. Like, for instance, certain infiltrators are really nice, even though back in the day they were like a solo situation. There have been some, I don't want to say newer, but more recent infiltrators that are buffing troops, such as the Lithotaur and other such infiltrators of the Tar group. Because if you remember back in the day, we had all the pig titans that had the different elements. Well, now they have all the Minotaurs. They have Minotaur, and then they have all the other Tar. Minotaur was the physical one, but then we also have all the other Tars for all the other elements. And it was like the second wave of summoners, if you want to look at it that way, because there was a first wave of gods, the Greek gods, that were summoners, and then after that, of course, we had. Well, how long have you not been playing the game, Mr. Dew? I don't want to talk about things that you might know about already.
Dang, dude. I would say maybe over a year.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
maybe
you remember some of the gods. So you went through the Norse gods. That was the first set.
And it's like something you never forget. It's a very, very, very nice. I mean, this graphics, this concept of the game, it's unforgettable. It's unforgettable. You will come back. It's like that's what my brain's doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel, I said that earlier, actually. The events should be individual. Not the events should be individual, not all. But everyone have to get their own Titans instead of getting a second Titan. Get one of the event relics leveled. Yes, I thought that was a great idea. As a ranking reward is giving pre-leveled event relics. It would just be nice. Prometheo also brought something up about more pre-leveled more pre-leveled relics in the game. Would be nice. 1 year, Daniel, he said 1 year he was gone, so which means he has at least 2 years of gameplay in, at least, if he was playing from 2017. If you start in 2017 and 2018, take a break in 2019.
I actually started it
2019.
Yeah, I started when it came out. I was not drilling it. I was loading it up.
Daniel, he mentioned that he watched APOC, which means that was basically December December 2016, which was when the game launched, and January 2017, which was another heavy month for APOC in the game, and then February. I mean, APOC was done with DOT and at least in playing. Probably about 3 or 4 months in, but then after that, it was a lot of Bo and then he convinced me to start a channel as well. So it was kind of us taking over a bit, and then as the cult grew, as we continued to grow, we decided to pull in people such as D, and we're like, you should start a channel. And you should start taking over a little bit. And so then D was able to take over a bit for the leadership roles because it started to get pretty nuts and crazy. But we needed somebody with a certain particular set of skills. we needed somebody with the skills of organization.
You needed a woman. Just say it. To organize you.
Now, see, DOT community, I still got it. I'm able to bring D out of her mute stage. See, all right. I added a few more portal stones to my battles. I wanted to play a little bit longer just because I was having a good conversation here with Attack Dog and Mr. Do. And D, she's here too. Here. D's here too. You know, I know, we know. And we appreciate it, D. We do. We truly do.
And we appreciate you for consistently streaming on Fridays.
That's right. Friday nights. Do what I can.
Honestly, if I didn't see this, I wouldn't be coming back to this game.
Post when you're actually on instead of when you sign off.
Yeah, sometimes that does happen with notifications. I do know. That does happen. Well, that's not bad. 6250. Still says all unlocked. I wonder why they still have not yet fixed that. That's very annoying. Yes, D is everywhere. That is very true, Daniel-san. Alright, so this is officially my last battle. But I do want to thank everybody that joined me on Discord. I do want to thank everybody that joined me in the chat. A lot of people in chat. Probably we had numbers in the 30 plus pretty consistently the entire time. I do want to remind everybody, if you had a good time, the people that watched all the way through, I know who you are in the chat. You guys are super hardcore, and you've been watching the stream the entire time. Make sure you slap like if you had a good time. I know the hardcore fans, they're like, I already hit it as soon as I came in, Zalon, but just in case, make sure you hit that like button, because it always helps. It really does. And also...
Oh wow, this is just I'm in the game now.
Did they give you a free gift?
They gave me 200. Gain the daily rewards. A Kingdom Rush, the Alliance.
Okay, so no actual prompt came up and actually said, "Welcome back to the game."
No.
Oh, boo.
They only gave me 200 of the red relics or something.
Or the 200 gems, yeah, that probably was from the monthly calendar. But I was just going to say, maybe if you reload the game one more time, it may pop up for you, just so you know.
And make sure you're updated.
Yeah. Well, if he re-downloaded the game, he should have the most recent version. Should.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you, RSJ. I knew it. I knew you were out there.
So I'm lower than I anticipated.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. This is a game that you play over a period of time. You can play it really fast, which probably is going to include some finances. You can play it at medium pace, maybe some finances. Or you can play it at a slower pace and then just enjoy yourself at the same time. So you can do it, play it however you want. So
yeah, I do have a 4-star. So I remember me having a 4-star, that's for sure.
That's fine.
So I had 3 4-stars, 2 3-stars, and the rest are like 2 1s, 2 3s.
Okay. Well, I always will say that joining a good alliance, because like currently right now for an event like this, obviously you haven't been able to be playing the game on a daily basis where you could be saving up gems, and also when there's like midweek events where you're able to just maybe grind 1,500 souls and get 3 event relics to save up for the next event, you know. And what I'm talking about is these. For instance, if you see on my screen right now, when you click on the top right where you go and get event relics, basically, because you played the game enough, I have 17 saved up like right now. So for instance, I'll just sit on them from event to event to event unless I'm really going hard or I really need to make up time. So one way or another, you can definitely get a lot out of certain events that may be what you're looking to get in out of the game. So if you're like, oh man, I really need some of these relics, or I really need to get this new Titan to work on because I need something that's a little bit, I need a summoner, you know what I mean? Maybe that's not what you might have a Ranger Titan right now, which is great. Not going to say it's bad at all, but because it's buffing troops, and also at the same time, range damage is also good. Unless somebody has 100% range resist, then you're going to do a lot less. But with your maybe picking up a summoner, you will also enjoy a lot of the gameplay with a summoner. So Lithotaur may be a good choice for you. Now I'm not going to tell you that you may not be able to get into an alliance right now at this point because the event.
I'm actually still in my alliance that I was in before.
Oh really?
They didn't kick me out.
Oh wow.
That's impressive.
Is everybody else still active in that alliance or no?
I have no clue.
Oh well, no. You just click on that VP, and then
members.
You can check that out.
So there's only 3 people, and no one has been active.
Oh wow. Okay. Well then, you need to find a new alliance. I would highly recommend you message DNTG. She could get you into an alliance that's going to be active.
I can. I definitely can.
Yeah. Use your powers, D. Yes. BJF5151, what gift? I'm referring to when players come back to the game after a period of time. A lot of players, not everyone, but a lot of players say that they get a prompt that comes up that says, welcome back to the game. They get a free 4-star. They get a free 4-star relic, and then they get other things like 100 portal stones and maybe some gems and stuff like that, just to say, hey, thank you for, coming back to the game kind of thing. But you do have to already have been playing the game before and have like an account that's, not like played for a day and then you never came back. I think it.
I actually got one recently.
Did you?
Yeah, on April 2nd, because I'm holding the crown of squires.
Nice.
And I hadn't logged in 3 weeks.
Wow, that sounds like a good crown holder.
Yeah. So it's a long-term parking alliance. So if nobody logs in, we just kind of stay and float.
Nice.
So nobody was logged in, and I was logging in every week. And what ended up happening was I was demoting the alliance because nobody else was logging in. Right. So then I was like, all right, let me not log in and at least keep them in the same league. So I logged in on the 2nd, and I got a welcome back, and I got a Vorgar.
Nice.
It's a 3-star. It must be a Void Titan. He has a black face with like purple eyes and purple marks on his face. I got a Titan token, 10 lightning storms, 100 portal stones, a daggers of sacrifice, 3-star green juice, and 10 horde troops. Green juice.
That's right. Gotta get that green juice. All right, DOT community. We're gonna wrap up. Thank you again for joining the chat. Thank you for everybody joining in on Discord. I'm always happy to talk to players on Discord, and just always happy to be, available. So happy Easter to people that are going to be celebrating this weekend. To those who are not, but also going to be home because of everything that's going on, please be safe. Listen to Kobar, wash your hands, and I will talk to you all again very soon. Have a good one.